Hey boys, how we doing?
Hello.
Yo.
So good.
We're actually back. We went on just like a short hiatus there. It was fun. Was it enjoyable?
Loved it.
Yeah.
It was so fun not playing Starfinder.
I get a slight hint of just seriousness in that maybe minor amount of sarcasm.
Well, we did space combat last time, so.
Ooh, isn't it the best though?
Man, it's like so close to being cool, but it really...
Even after all the changes and doing the version that's not, yeah. Hate to see it. I was just looking, our last session was March 20th.
What?
March!
Wow, I didn't know it was that long.
Yeah, March 20th.
I think someone else had to cancel, and then Aaron was like, I'm canceling for a month. I hate this. I never want to do it again.
I was gone for like 3 weeks. It was wild. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Discord and Signal, a multi-arc Starfinder adventure following the crew of the Indefatigable as they travel through the drift in search of, or merely stumbling upon by accident, a myriad of adventures. Today is episode 49, The Uncertainty. I am Aaron, the GM with the sole responsibility of killing the characters, including Ko, played by Alex.
Indeed.
Luna, played by Abe.
Caw.
Twick, played by Caleb.
Oh, that's me.
And Lisk, played by Jake.
Hey, yo, what up?
I had a very
Last
brief
time.
moment of like, wait, what are we doing right now?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's been like a month and a half. It's wild. Last time on the Discord and Signal, following the events in the server room, the crew decided to end the quarantine protocols and get off of New Elysium. While heading to their starship, the crew encountered grotesque scenes of violence and the head of security who now wanted them dead. After a short fight, they made it to the docks and departed, but not before they picked up an extra passenger. As the Indefatigable departed the asteroid, a pair of Ringworks Sentinels, presumably the security starships of New Elysium, attacked the starship in an effort to prevent her from escaping. Badly damaged, the crew just managed to escape the range of the enemy ships and speed away from the worst vacation that they never asked for. Actually, I think it was a good vacation. It was a good time for me. Let's see.
Caveat to that. I think the security guy wanted Ko dead the first day we were there.
That's true, because he was riding up down the elevator. Or not the elevator, but the gravity lift. Ko was unfazed by the nearly dead groundskeeper on the way out. I don't know if you remember that. It's been a month and a half.
Yeah.
Lisk was confused by the corrupted guests and their strange movement tactics when they appeared out of nowhere.
That I remember.
I'm sure you do. Twick tries to keep the Indefatigable together while being attacked. Bravo. Pretty good with the engineering rolls, engineering checks.
Thanks.
And Luna put her captain skills to good use by taunting the Sentinel starships. Also, level 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, big boys.
We had level 8 2 sessions ago, and then it's just immediately level 9. It's like, hey, who needs level 8, honestly? There wasn't even anything good in level 8.
You were just accounting
man.
for like real world time. Like we gained experience while hibernating.
True. Where are you hibernating at?
Just, like in Pokemon, you can do the thing where you just like put a Pokemon somewhere and it just like
Yeah, in the
passively gains
Pokebox.
experience.
Like passively gains experience.
You just like leave it there for like a year.
That
And you come back and it's
remember it
hatched out of
later.
its egg. You can name it.
It's like that. We're all in the Pokebox.
we're just
So if we
in
stop
the
playing
Pokebox.
for another month, we'll be level 10? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
we just stopped playing for like 3 years. Come back as level 20.
level 20, just wrap up the campaign.
Yeah.
Okay, other things to probably remind you guys of, since we're going into a session after a long hiatus. When you left and you shut off the signal, obviously, and you ended the quarantine protocols in New Elysium, you left the asteroid. You received some messages that appeared that were delayed, or you just didn't receive. One of the most noticeable things was that no one mentioned the quarantine, no one mentioned New Elysium, no one mentioned anything that was happening there. It was almost like nothing was ever spoke of.
I think it's like a Fight Club thing.
Yeah.
You don't talk about it.
It's the first rule of New Elysium. Yes, yeah. Also, Luna, you checked your messages, and your outbounds don't show you asking Major de Padre Vasco about the quarantine. Also of importance, you picked up a passenger, if you remember. There was somebody hiding in the dock as you guys departed, and she asked for a ride to anywhere, really, off of New Elysium because she needed to get out of there. And let's see. Last but not least, Major Vasco did send a follow-up message that you received right before you took a nap, we'll say. And she indicated to you that she had woken up your best friend because they had some questions for him. I think included in the message is probably an indication that they are going to be doing debriefing and maybe some medical work on him for a few days, and then they're going to have an actual interview with the Major. Any questions from all that?
The person we picked up, her name's like Shardis or something like that. Is that right?
Sharis. Yep.
Sharis.
Prindle.
It's not Shardis? That's
I
so
think it
weird.
is Shardis.
I was pretty sure that was close.
I also have
Which was
written down
close.
that Abdar Corp wants us to do some more deliveries.
Yeah, they indicated
yeah.
to you that you could do some deliveries if that's what you decided you wanted to do.
Getting back to our roots, you love to see it.
And we
Other
got
thing I have-
some info about Verces, right?
Yeah, the other thing
Something-
I've written down is, what is Kuvakara? Is it a place?
It's a city
Oh,
on Verces.
on Verces.
And actually,
Stessa's brother was killed on Verces.
let me see if I can get this map up here. Activate.
Nice.
So you guys right now are in the diaspora. Taking a look at the map here, you guys are currently departing from the diaspora. This map obviously just shows a layout of the planets. It does not show their orbit. Currently, where you are at, the asteroid you are at, is Verces is headed away from you to circle around the sun. Absalom is kind of moving your direction. So it's kind of up to you what you guys want to do. Actually, before we even get there, should we talk a little bit about level 9, what you guys upgraded? What changed?
Quick
We didn't even
question.
touch base
Probably.
on that. What?
Does the
What's your-
diaspora orbit?
The diaspora does not really. It just kind of sits
Okay.
there. It's a what would you call it? It wouldn't be-
Sun-synchronous.
Yeah, sun synchronous. There we go.
Okay, just curious.
Level 9. What'd you guys get for level 9? Anything cool?
I got almost nothing cool. It's
Cool.
a very
Really?
lame level.
Yeah, I didn't get that much either.
Cool.
Same.
Cool.
Wow. Man, this is like the
Alex's
biggest
level 9
level
is
for me.
Huge.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you
just-
kick us off then?
Me and Caleb were on after the last time we played leveling, and I just like kept on finding stuff that got better at level 9. I can't even remember all of it. I think I got an extra D6 on my regular attack. I got a new feat, enhancement, enhanced resistance. The big thing is I got my Zenith Revelation this level. Solar acceleration. So when I'm fully photon attuned, which is going to be every time we hit round 3 in any fight, I can make a full attack as a standard action from that point on, as long as I don't become unattuned for
Explode.
some reason.
If you explode, you become unattuned.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, you lose your supernova.
Yeah. So supernova has been kind of disappointing lately, anyway. But in addition to that, me and up to 6 allies within 30 feet are affected by haste for 1 minute after I use the revelation.
Wow.
Is it a
So-
standard action to turn that haste on?
The way this reads, I think as soon as I use this ability, which is can make a full attack as a standard action,
Mhm.
it activates.
Interesting. That sounds awesome.
Interesting.
So yeah, from like round 3, everybody's gonna be hasted. As long as they're close enough.
Crazy.
That's the big one.
I'll have to find a use for a standard action.
Ain't never gonna happen.
Yeah, I know.
All right, you guys are careening away from New Elysium. Where would you like to head? I think actually before we where we left off was you guys went to sleep, and if you remember, at least one of you did not sleep well.
Was it me? I can't remember.
It was.
I think it was
Twig.
Caleb.
Yeah,
Yes.
that might have been me.
Classic.
Mm-hmm.
Am I down resolve points? Don't remember.
You are not.
Show as being down. Okay.
You are not. You decided to take it because you were at an odd level.
Hmm.
I'm down quite a few hit points.
Oh, we can solve that easily. I am even better at healing now than I used to.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know, it's a lot.
That's
It's a low bar.
crazy.
I will appreciate your services when you're available.
Allegedly better at healing.
I can do this twice a day now, and I heal like a really good amount.
Yeah, I've been hearing that since level 2.
So let's see. That's what's my
Since level 2.
I just very early was like, guys, don't even worry about it.
Don't worry.
coming
We'll
on
be fine.
23 health.
Oh, that's good.
Pretty good.
Was that just for Alex?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you need some healing too?
I like barely. I'm not worried about it. Actually, I assume my stamina probably
I'm
maxes
only-
out again.
I'm only
Also-
5 points down now, so it's pretty
Well,
nice.
This is for Lisk, so there you go.
Oh,
Also 23.
well, okay. Thank you.
And I can do it twice a day. Now. So.
Why did
I think that's also 23.
Dang.
This sounds fishy now. He just said 23 3 times.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
roll
Well,
for
I
it.
did.
It's
I did turn
automatically.
on the make every roll equivalent mod.
Smart.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back to full.
Same.
I don't remember where we want to go now.
I think we were
let's
just
do
gonna
this.
go back.
Let's take you to the ship.
Ooh.
I have like 3 things written down that we can do.
We
if you
wanted to
click-
drop this chick off at. On
If you click
Absalom,
on it,
right?
you should go there. Oh no, I moved it. Hold on.
Got us.
All right, now if you click on it, you should go.
Right, we wanted to drop this chick off, and on Absalom Station, right? Absalom is like the main one, right?
Yeah, that's the main
Okay.
station for the Pact Worlds.
Yeah,
She just indicated it as long as you dropped her off in any, and she'll probably say this again. She'll just be like, literally any civilization will do. Just get me off this ship.
All right, what's the most remote civilization we can come up with?
We're going back, guys.
Let's go to the Aslanti Empire.
Yes.
No, the
Drop her
that
off
one
at the
random
prison.
planet. On Absalom Station, we can go to Centauria headquarters. They own Paradise Resorts. Ask
Oh.
them what's up.
Get a refund on our trip we didn't buy.
Yeah. Two
The
things
shot?
that are question marks are Penumbra Protocol and also who's Kaon Reese and where did he go?
The PP.
Right.
Right.
It's a lot to remember when you're gone for a month and a half.
Around there too, maybe.
It's up to you. I can tell you how long it would take you to travel to either Verces or Absalom Station, or the combination of the two if you want to route from one to the other.
The leads on Verces, I'm less convinced on. Like, all I have written down is that Kuvakar is a place and Thessa's brother was killed there.
I would like to propose we should go to Absalom first, drop her off somewhere that's almost certainly safe, check in with Darth Vader, do some
Makes
shopping.
sense. Yeah.
Do we? I don't even know if we have money actually. It was very unlucrative that last
It's true.
quest.
It was.
So maybe that's kind of a lost cause. But check in and be like, hey, maybe like nuke that station like really hard. Like send your biggest missiles. I don't know. It's bad. Tell someone in charge, and then we can go investigate the PP or whatever.
Yes.
Okay. Is that the plan then, or is this a discussion?
That's
I
the
like the
plan,
plan.
I think.
Okay. It will take you 2 days. It's half the distance as normally is because it's coming towards you. 2 days to get to Absalom Station. So, as a part of that, of course, I'm going to need some rolls from everybody if you just want to pass time. Otherwise, if you guys would like to do any research over the course of the next 2 days, you can do that. But I am going to need some rolls before you get to Absalom Station. Kind of up to you what order you want to do it in. Or if you just
Rolls
want
out
to
of
wait.
the way.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. I am going to need, of course, a will save from everybody and a fortitude save from Twick.
Is it blind or private? I can't remember.
It's blind.
Oh, ignore that one. I'll delete it.
I got it.
Oh, shoot.
I
So bad at this.
Well, I shift clicked it, and that's
It
the
doesn't
wrong
work.
button. What I wanted
guess
was
what, boys?
regular click.
Since no one else wanted to take a cool feat, I just took Iron Will. Guess who's better at these random checks now? It's me.
Nice.
Also,
You also didn't take a cool feat, is what you're saying?
Well, it's useless if just I have it.
you can also run a sled dog
You
team
can
to
still
the
do it.
Iditarod.
Yeah,
Iron
I'll do
Will.
like 3 damage,
You will. That's the issue.
and it'll waste a shot out of my cloak.
It would actually work all right for me because I could apply biohacks.
I was gonna
with it.
say, yeah, I'm probably the worst person to have that feat, honestly.
I need my mobility though.
Wow. You gues rolled spectacularly well.
Yes.
With the exception of Luna, who did not sleep well.
No.
Because she rolled
Rude.
exceptionally bad.
Tired.
Yes, yikes. You roll and roll and roll in your sleep, and when you wake up, you open your eyes, and you're blinded by the smallest light sources in the room that you're
Oh,
in.
man. I thought I put
it-
gaffer tape over those.
Yes. You are blinded. However, the sensation of being blinded is not painful to you. It's almost pleasurable to you.
Heck yeah.
Do you want to spend resolve to avoid moving this corruption on?
No.
Okay. No. Got it. Well, good news. You're going to wake up feeling a little different
Ooh.
because you will be moving to an even level.
Okay.
Can everybody give me another roll, and then I'll send you what you're gonna wake up with.
Same thing. Will save.
Yes, same exact roll as last time.
Cool.
Okay. Hold on, let me write these down. Where are you at? Fortitude save. On the second night, sleeping, Twick, your augmentations feel fine actually, but you have this just sensation of complete and utter darkness. And it's not discomforting to you, it's actually comforting to you. It's as you're sleeping, your eyes are closed, you can just feel the darkness extending in all directions, and you feel soothed. The moment you wake up, you open your eyes and you feel scared. You feel almost like you're exposed. Do you want to spend resolve?
How much do I have to spend?
You have to spend. Where is this at? 1 plus the number of manifestations you have.
Got that in a note somewhere.
Which would be 2 total.
Okay.
For you.
I'll spend it.
You'll spend it?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. All right, nicely done. I'm going to send this to you, Luna. And you can read through this while we're kind of talking about some other things. Where are you at? I believe this is the next one. Just let me know if you've read this before or if you have it in your notes, but I don't think you do.
I've not read this before.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you definitely wake up. Again, I think the blinding light is, again, it's not painful for you. And somehow you feel that that's changing you. It's altering you in maybe the right way. You don't know yet, but maybe the right way. And you guys have arrived at Absalom Station. You pull up to your familiar dock space. Let me deactivate the starship here real quick. You pull up to your familiar dock space at Absalom Station, which is, of course, Dock 37. The docking arm comes out, it extends, it grabs the Indefatigable, and it pulls it back into its actual docking bay. What are you guys going to do?
Well, all right, lady. This is where you get off.
Yeah. Thanks. I owe you anything?
Yeah. Hadn't considered.
Gonna take that as a
like-
no. Thanks. See ya.
Okay,
Just walks away.
whatever.
All right.
She was like famous or something, right? She probably could have given us something.
Yep.
Oh well.
Highly
Whatever.
unlikely. Highly unlikely.
What could we possibly need? We got each other. You know, it turns out the real treasure was the friends we made along the way.
And weren't we friends before the
I mean,
vacation?
debatable.
I feel like we're less friends now because of the shadow twick or whatever you keep calling it.
Ko had a girlfriend on vacation before
No,
she
he
died.
did not have a girlfriend.
You don't need to be coy. We were all there. How about that you remember you wandered into some lady's room?
I was attempting to see if the damsel was in distress,
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. No,
and then
hey,
she locked me in a room.
listen, no worries, buddy. No worries. We're all friends here.
The damsel might have been in distress after she locked you in the room.
Well,
All right, your ship's docked. What are you guys gonna do?
going to talk to the corporation,
The corporation.
Yeah.
the one that's running.
Yeah, hello,
The
the
resort.
corporation.
The one that's running the resort.
Are
Okay.
they here?
Give me
Are they here? I think they're here.
Yeah, you found some indications that Centeria is headquartered on Absalom
Centeria.
Station. Give me a quick, whoever wants to look this up in the infosphere, give me a quick culture check.
That sounds
Oh,
like
I
Luna
guess
work.
that's me.
I don't know
Um,
who it would be.
one sec.
Don't ask me
There
to
we
check anything.
Oh yeah, that's
Well,
par
you
for the
know
course.
what? I can roll. I can roll it too.
I turned the module back on. One roll.
Ridiculous. I think it's literally every single
Well-
time I try to roll culture.
Nice.
It's okay.
Luna, you're struggling to access things. It might be
Oh.
because you're trying to use your talons and you don't have any fingers.
While
Just really hard to type on
yeah,
the...
and
Luna,
and
you
Twig
gotta
is
turn it on.
so Twig is looking it up, and Luna kind of like slowly kind of sneaks up behind him and watches behind his back, and then just goes, "Moo!"
Oh my god.
Wow. I'm so scared.
Why?
List and Twick, you would find a note about Centaria's headquarters being located in the Freemarkets. You find an address basically.
Sweet. Yeah, let's go. Let's go do that.
Okay. Is like hacking into their system via the infosphere a thing you can try to do?
Not really.
Okay.
At least as far as I'm aware from the rules. You know what? I'll tell you what. I'll let you attempt it. You can give me a computer's check.
All right. I'll do a little sleuthing on the infosphere. Not great.
Yeah. Whatever they're using for their firewall, very difficult to bypass. You don't think you'd be able to get access to them through the infosphere.
All right.
Okay, heading there then. You walk up again as you approach the Freemarkets. You've seen what you've seen once before, which is gilded doors that separate them from the previous sector. The Freemarkets is obviously an area of free trade in Absalom Station. It's known for having various different vendors and stalls and buildings with all kinds of just different organizations that utilize the space. The entrance contains a sizable shrine to Abdar. To the right, to the left, an office issues permits, takes complaints, receives petitions. Through the entry zone, a giant signboard with a directory of businesses offers onlookers a way to locate their desired merchandise. The walkways, as you approach, are laid out in what appear to be an orderly manner, with lifts and staircases at regular intervals leading to the market's 3 retail levels. Kiosks sporting Abdar Corp logos offer carts for rent and advertise delivery services. Other businesses promote themselves in a riot of lights, music, and recorded ad pitches. Businesses are not grouped by type. Food stalls operate next to jewelry stores, and specialists repair high-end electronics next to second-hand clothing racks. And there is a plethora of creatures in this space. It is very, very busy. You're just heading straight to this address, I assume?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Okay.
no stops make along the way.
Okay, got it. You pass some recognizable spaces that you've been before. You walk past Metagenesis and BioBoost. You see a familiar face from what you'd seen before, Mr. Filt walking around with his clipboard. And you make it to this space with a lone sign on the door. It is just a single white rectangular sign. It says Centaria. It's just written in black, almost Helvetica-esque font. The door appears to be unlocked.
Bam.
Bam!
Let's go.
You open the door to an empty storefront. The shelves are lined with dust. Many of them are toppled to the floor. It looks like no one has been in here for ages. There are no other doors in this space other than the front entryway.
Was it a fake organization? Have we been tricked?
I'm gonna do some looking around for secret doors. I don't trust this. Yep.
You don't find any secret doors. It just appears to be a very empty building. There's these shelves that are kind of leaning on one another. They're covered in dust. You find maybe some old papers, but none of it has any sort of documentation on it. Nothing says Centaria that you pick up off the floor. The only thing that indicates that this is the building at all is the signage on the front door that you found when you walked in.
I look for pressure plates.
How are you going to look for pressure plates? Are you walking around, or are you like trying to sleuth out the pressure plates?
I mean, I'm inspecting like each tile of the floor before I step on it, but then I test it with my foot.
Okay. You take about 20 minutes. Everybody, all the other 3 watch you as you slowly make your way around the space. You maybe get down on all fours. You lean real close to the tile on the floor, and you look at it. You blow a little bit. Maybe you toss a handful of dust onto it, see if anything happens.
And then I'm like, watch out.
But no pressure plates as far as you can tell.
Well, as a pressure plate expert, I will have to say that there are no pressure plates in this room.
Oh,
Just
thanks.
so you all are aware. Just,
I was very worried.
In case you're wondering.
That's great.
Thought the
Appreciate
pirates
the
might
assistance.
be here.
Also I've written down Zakam 147. That's like an android?
You wrote down what? Say it again.
Zakam?
As the organization's lead or the owner, Centuria. Yeah. Nothing in this space you have seen indicates that name. Again, you find very little documentation in here. You found through some information when you were looking on the infosphere both the name of Centuria and the name of Zakam 41.
All right. That was a minor lead, I guess. Oh, I have a more substantial note here. Okay, Keon Reese is the lead developer of something called Penumbra Protocol.
What was the name of the guy we met when we came in?
Keon Reese.
That was him? Okay,
Yeah.
that was him.
Yeah.
Two other backers, some unnamed person, and a corporation called Centuria. So this just seems like a front. This whole thing is a front. So this is a waste of time.
Mm-hmm. Can we...
Sorry,
go ahead.
Can everybody else who's in this space give me a quick perception check? The only person who really did any looking around was Twick.
Well, I
perception
inspected
check.
You inspected the floors.
a lot of tiles on the floor.
Yeah.
Okay. 32 from Lisk. You find an old pad in one of the corners, which is strange because, paper's not often used. Most of the time it's some sort of data pad or a comm unit, but you find an old pad of paper, actually. And there's just some scribbles on that, most of which you don't understand. But you do see two notes on very specific, or with names that you would recognize. The very first one that you notice is Focus Point Escapes. And the second one that you notice is Paradise Resorts. They're written right next to each other with a couple check marks after all of the names. There is a third, what appeared to be a third line below that, but it's been torn off, damaged. It's illegible. And the paper is only about halfway full. So the tear is about halfway down this page. There could have been a lot more written here, but you definitely see two notes on this page.
Where is Focus Point Escapes?
Focus Point Escapes, you recognize almost immediately as being the resort building company that managed the new, or that had sent Kishrik. You guys remember there was a mechanic on Nikondis that was scouting resort locations?
I knew he was going to come back. I've just been waiting.
Funnily enough, you did ask like 7 or 8 sessions ago. You're like, man, there's something with resorts, man. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I thought it was so weird early on. I was like, why the fuck is there a resort guy here? What's going on? What's with this guy?
So you know that this Focus Point Escapes organization, it is a company that is based out of, again, Absalom Station. They're in the Eye, which is that center section of Absalom. The other company is, of course, the one we just talked about, which is Paradise Resorts. They're the ones who are running New Elysium.
We can check it out, I guess, since we're here.
Yeah. They're headquartered somewhere here too?
Yes, they're headquartered in... Or you're talking about Paradise Resorts?
No, the Focus Point.
Focus Point Escapes. Yes, all of these
Okay.
organizations are headquartered on Absalom Station.
They're all here. Okay.
Yes. The one you just went to, of course, Focus Point is based in the Eye, and Paradise Resorts is in the Ring.
Well, try them out.
Yep.
See if they're also fronts.
Okay.
For the shot.
Where would you guys like to go first?
Focus Point?
Yeah.
Sure.
Focus point escapes. Okay, you make your way out of the free markets. You head over to the Eye. Actually, Focus Point Escapes is not far from the Bastion. It's in a very close proximity to where this building is. Much larger than what you saw from Centauria. This building offers pretty substantial signage, a large sign hanging from the front. And as you walk up, you see multiple different images of resorts around the galaxy. A lot of them appear to be renderings. You do see a photo of one of the mountains on Nikondis, but it's just like a whole bunch of signs that are constantly changing to show different photos of resorts. There is another sign that says open, and the door is currently unlocked.
Cling, 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 cling.
Bam it.
I bam it. You walk in, you see a Sheeran standing behind the desk.
Oh, people.
Hello? Welcome to Focus Point Escapes.
Oh my goodness,
how may I assist
you wouldn't believe it. There's a man outside. He's having a heart attack. He needs you right now.
Oh no, I'll call the ambulance services
I'm
immediately.
just kidding. Look at your face.
Luna. We're trying to investigate here.
Sorry.
And as you step into the light, Luna, this Sheeran sees you and looks at your eyes and is just immediately like, my apologies. Sorry.
Oh, sorry to get that.
Forgive me. You have unique eyes.
Oh, thank you.
Do you mind I ask where you got them? Are they an augmentation of sorts?
Oh no, I like to tell people that my mother gave them to me.
Okay, like after you were born, or like before you were born? They're original or inserted or
You do know how genetics works, right?
Yeah, you are
yes,
okay,
yes.
guy?
Sorry, Sheeran's our anatomy is different, and things are just different with our race. But beside the point.
I'll Wow, can't
Telepathically.
speak. Telepathically say to him, I'm watching you.
Oh my gosh.
You
Luna's gonna be a little bit different now.
Gosh.
You see this Sheeran kind of just back up for a second and maybe look around the room. But she sees the rest of you sort of come in at the same time. Oh, welcome, please, come in. Welcome to Focus Point Escapes. My name is Chinon. This is the headquarters for Focus Points. We have two primary divisions here, of course. What can we assist you with? Are you looking for to actually go to a resort, or are you potential clients? What is your interest?
Tell me about what your technology policy is at your resorts. Do you have any special sort of apps that you use?
Well, of course, we employ all kinds of apps. Really, whatever we can utilize, we work with many different development companies to work on apps that are relevant to whatever region and climate and activities are available at the resorts that we provide.
What about sort of an all-encompassing, on your phone the whole time, keeps track of where you are, you use it to access entertainment, an all-in-one type app. You use anything like that?
Not that I can think of. No, most of our apps are mostly just information databases. I guess there are some that can be used as keys to access rooms if you're staying at a resort that has, upgraded technologies there, but generally speaking, no, not all-encompassing.
So you wouldn't have an app that's, say, called, the keys to the full resort?
No, but that is quite catchy. The keys? And you see her, she gets on her data pad real quick and she makes some notes. Thank you for that. That might be useful in the future. Appreciate that. Is that all? Just wanted to know about our technology. You don't want to visit a resort, or?
No, we've just been in.
We've had quite enough resorting.
Yeah, not impressed. We have a few notes.
Might I ask what resort you went to?
Paradise Resorts.
Which one?
Elysium,
Elysium.
Right? No, Elysium, yes. I don't know much about New Elysium myself, but I've heard it is beautiful. It's it's in the
Not
diaspora,
anymore.
I believe. Not anymore. Whatever happened?
Oh,
yeah, what
didn't
happen?
didn't
You
work out
name
so
a
good.
bad thing, it happened there.
I am so sorry.
Said not being covered on the news.
Is what not being covered on the news?
The disaster.
You know, we should probably have talked to
Hundreds of bodies.
the cops before we came straight to you.
Excuse me,
It's
should I
fine.
call someone?
It's a little late now.
Well, we left a lot of people there. We kind of just left.
The stewards know though, right? They know they had ships on the way.
They don't.
Oh,
We were
I thought they
told
did.
they had ships on the
No,
way.
they didn't actually though.
Please,
Yeah.
let me
probably
call
should've-
someone. Can I take some notes here so that I can take this to some authorities? I honestly feel terrible for you, especially if you had a bad experience.
That's
That-
underselling it a little bit.
Yeah,
Do you mean
lot
Like a
of people-
literal disaster, like
There is like
the
death
asteroid
and
exploded or
dismemberment.
something.
Like
Yeah,
if you just imagine like blood smeared around the entire resort.
No, please, no.
Yeah.
You can see her like frantically taking some notes on her data pad.
I don't know why none of us thought to consult any sort of authorities when we got back.
I mean, I mentioned
will-
we should talk
stewards
to
about
them, but
I'll run this
You
up the channels immediately. Please, excuse me. And she turns around to leave the room.
Okay.
oh, perfect.
Now we
I can
investigate.
look at you.
now we steal their stuff.
I'll watch the door.
Okay. Perception check.
Goodness gracious. 21.
21. People are definitely just walking by. This is on a fairly busy street, but the desk is quite a ways back from the front door and the front windows. Lisk, you notice a few security cameras in the lobby that appear to be focused mainly on the desk, but also on the front door entrance.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I could hack. I could try. How many cameras are we talking? And would it be feasible to like hack these if we wanted to check this desk really quick, or we could just do it and not care?
I'll spill the Sharon's coffee, like, on the
Ooh.
keyboard. Because, oh, no. Oh.
That's good. That's good.
Conceivably,
Liz,
yes,
can
they
you help
can
me
be hacked.
wipe this up?
Here, while they rummage the desk, I'll try to hack these. It's
Which
like
one
a
are
double.
Which one are you targeting first? You have two towards the back that are facing the desk, and one towards the front that's facing the front door.
Well, they already saw us come through the front door, so that one's pointless. Let's just we'll do one of the desks.
Okay. Make me a computers check or an engineering, doesn't matter.
No!
Well,
You are working maybe up on this camera, and you've noticed this whole time that there's been a green light flashing at the front. Maybe you're messing with the sides, making some adjustments to the wiring. You'd pull the side of the case off, and the camera goes from flashing green to being a solid red light. Whereas it used to be focused on one point, it begins panning around the room. And you lose your grip on the camera.
excellent.
All right, guys, I think I turned it off.
All right, let's get out of here.
Okay.
2 paradise resorts. Woo!
Okay.
Before or after Stewart?
Loads of cops. Psh.
We'll go before.
I mean, we could still search this desk. They know we were in here. You know?
I don't
Is
think
there
we'll
anything
find
else?
anything here.
Interesting besides the desk. In
No,
space.
there's a whole bunch of like flyers and brochures for the various resorts that Focus Points does throughout the vast and packed worlds. Nothing like of major interest, really, though. It just looks like a bunch of like sales tools.
It's kind of like a normal place.
Yeah, very, very normal. Completely opposite of what you just experienced when you walked into Synteria.
I think we're good, probably.
Works
Okay.
for me.
All right. Where are we headed?
Paradise.
Yeah.
Paradise Resorts.
No,
All
just
right,
Paradise.
you make your way out
Just
to
Paradise.
We're done with
Paradise, which is in the ring outside of the central bubble. It's just the area known as the ring. You make your way up to another building, not quite as big as Focus Points, or Focus Point Escapes, but rather large. Again, same concept of the building. It has some signage on the outside with rapidly rotating images of various resorts throughout the Packed Worlds. There are some images you've seen that have crossed some of these screens that definitely appear to be New Elysium, which is exciting for you guys, recognizable. And there is a sign on the front door that says open. Eclipse Innovations hangs over the top, or not Eclipse Innovations, sorry. Paradise Resorts hangs over the top. Yeah, door's unlocked.
Cling, 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 cling.
Hello, come in. How can I assist you today?
Yeah, I'd like to speak to somebody in charge, please.
Oh, well, Zakum 147 is not here today. Can
Oh, you
I?
need to get him here today.
May I ask why? By the way, my name is Zundel Corman.
Oh,
Zondel.
Zondel.
Classic Zondel.
I need you to
so-
get him here today, or we are going to the media with the disaster that is New Elysium.
The disaster that's New Elysium. I take it you have been there? Were you part of
I
the
demand
initial... Okay.
remuneration.
Remuneration. That is a
I will
strong
speak.
word, young
I
miss.
will speak to your superior.
Well, we can... I can definitely put a call in to Zakum and see if he is here today, but...
I don't think you understand the situation. Hundreds are dead. I need to talk to him now.
Excuse me? Where are hundreds dead? Just in
At
general,
your
like
resort.
the
We barely
concept
made it out
of-
with our lives. I'll slam my fist on the table.
At our resort. Oh! At our resort!
Yes.
I am... It's with which resort? I'm so sorry.
New Elysium.
I hang back with Twick and listen. I'm like, yeah, Luna seems like she's really got this one covered this time, huh? Doesn't really need our help.
At New Elysium, yes, please. How possibly could hundreds be dead? What's going on? Please, were you there?
Yes, I was, unfortunately, but maybe really unfortunately for you, and I'll get a claw out and just kind of like run it along his cheek. I need you to get Zach.
Yes.
What's his name?
My
Here,
apologies.
Now.
My apologies. I will be right back. He leaves the room. Momentarily, the room is empty, but you actually hear the sound of footsteps coming from the door behind. And moments later, Zondel brings Zakum 147, which is an android, out the front door. Yes, I am Zakum 147. How can I assist you? Zondel has told me that something is wrong on New Elysium.
I thought you weren't here today.
My apologies. We do ask all of our front desk associates to indicate that none of the upper staff are here today unless a matter is escalated. Clearly, you have indicated to him that this is of the utmost importance. So, as all our staff are trained, he came back and received me. Retrieved me is what I meant. Sometimes.
Received. Tell me something. Have you heard anything from your New Elysium resort recently?
From New Elysium.
Hmm.
Nothing other than 2 thumbs up.
How long ago was that?
And he sticks 2 thumbs up. Why, just yesterday. As far as we
Who
can
the
tell.
hell? Who are you talking to?
Nothing from Phil.
Philip, of course. The head of the resort, yes. He gives us daily updates on the status of the resort.
You talked to him how long ago did you just say?
It took us 2 days to fly here, right?
I believe it was yesterday, but let me check my notes. My apologies.
No, it's just, I mean, this is gonna sound crazy. We watched him, like, get vaporized.
Yeah, he doesn't have two
Like
thumbs
a
anymore,
week
actually.
ago.
Vaporized.
You ever seen the show Stranger Things? It was like that, season 3.
Vaporized. I highly doubt that. Philip is a man of great personality, and
And
I don't know
immune to
who.
vaporization, I suppose.
I don't know who or why he would get vaporized, but I can guarantee you he is healthy. And she actually takes her comm unit and she turns it around, and it does show a notification of a message from Philip Kalsner from 3 days ago. She says, "I apologize. It was not yesterday. The most
3
recent
days ago.
message was from 3 days ago."
All right, could you do a favor? Could you get him on the phone for me?
I can attempt to. Sure, but... Yes, I'll try to get him on the phone. Zakam attempts to access his comm unit and... Ring, 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 ring. Ring, 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 ring. It just keeps going. I'm sure he's quite busy.
What about it literally
take it
anybody
vaporized.
else on New Elysium?
I don't understand. Why do I need to contact someone on New Elysium? Is there a...
I'm telling you, the station is destroyed, man.
There's no possible way. We have... just excellent reviews from Philip. I'm sure he will be sending a new update either today or tomorrow, and it will give us...
Are any of the updates like video, or is it all just like text?
Almost exclusively text from Philip. On occasion,
Intriguing.
he will send video, but it is rare.
Honestly, I don't feel like he should have been sending excellent reviews even for like the last like week or so.
Mm-hmm.
He's been very, very stressed, very like not
Philip?
himself, out of his mind.
Well, of course, Philip is always stressed.
There
His
was a bunch
excited
of.
moods tend to make him very stressed
Did you
because
mention
he's
the
thinking about
overabundance of
everything
people
all
in the
time.
medical bay getting treated?
For what purpose? Was there some sort of flu?
I'm sure you've noticed my eyes at this point.
Well, of course, but have you
They
noticed
didn't look
my
like
eyes?
this before.
He just has normal eyes. They didn't look like what before? I mean, they are quite unique, yes, but what do you mean? What did they look like before?
Like regular old eyes.
Are they augmentations by chance?
Not unless someone installed them against my will in my sleep.
Some sort of flesh warp modification?
Not that I can remember.
Interesting. Did you do a lot of drugs while you were on New Elysium?
I can't promise anything.
Do you have drugs available in New Elysium?
Why, of course.
Oh,
We provide only the best of services to our members.
A few of the worst. Listen. This is neither here nor there. Everyone there is dead.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you're gonna be able to get a hold of anyone. We left by the skin of our teeth. It's
Listen.
pandemonium.
I understand what you are saying, but I need you to hear this from my perspective. The four of you, whom I have never met, show up at our office, harass our front desk member,
surely you have record of us
Force him.
visiting.
force
Yeah.
him to bring you out here, or to bring me out here, and then proceed to tell me that everyone on New Elysium is dead, when I have had near constant contact with Philip, with the exception of 3 days, and yet you tell me for the past week he has been stressed to the nth degree and out of his mind.
I'll tell you what, you get literally anyone on the phone there. Anyone, any single person. You'll never hear from us again.
Let's
Do you-
get what's his face? Talk. Get Talk's datapad out here.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's a good call.
Oh, right.
Zakam leans over to Zondel and he just says, Zondel, please get the authorities on the line. I don't know if this
Belay
is part of a
that, Zondel.
techno-terrorist group or some sort of just anti-resort propaganda, but this needs resolved. Yes, sir, right away.
You're calling the cops on us? What? What? What?
Somebody pull up Talk's thing.
Yeah. I'll pull it up and just
Do a video.
I don't remember what's on this, but
He had tons of video, right?
I was gonna say yeah,
Yes.
he's like a streamer.
Surely.
Mhm.
He has video of everything that he recorded, and it was like basically constantly running. So I mean, pick a time or an instance when you think would be a good moment of him recording something.
I mean, there was that time.
Shortly before his death.
Yeah, I'm thinking either before his death or when the Buzzblades. Well, let's not do one with us in it, maybe.
Yeah, that's probably
Maybe
a
that's
good
a
idea.
bad luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get, like, pretty much anywhere beyond where the whole station was in pandemonium and everyone was dying.
Okay.
Mhm.
So maybe you like you seek back a little bit until you get to a point at which maybe he's like sleuthing through just kind of sneaking through the station, trying to avoid people. And you can see in the background, maybe you hold this data pad up, and you can see in the background people just running and wailing. They're carrying giant, like what just appear to be like chair legs as clubs, beating each other. You see security station robots firing weapons. Some of the security members on New Elysium discharging weapons as well. It looks to be maybe in the main space on the main floor. Zakum obviously is watching this video and just says, "Of course, this looks awful, but how can I be assured that this is not modified in some way, created in some way,
You know what?
to create some sort of panic?"
That is a great point. Why don't we leave that up to the public? We can go just down the street. We'll find a press. I'm sure they'll be very interested in this. Look, buddy, we came to you first. We're doing you, if anything, we're doing you a favor.
I don't think you're doing us any favors.
An excellent point. You have a good day, my guy. Let's get this bitch on the news. I'm done
Yeah,
with this guy.
what's like the seediest?
Let's
like,
get the cops and the
tabloid.
media on this.
Yeah.
I
We've
want to
also
bury
got-
this man.
We've got Dr. Loman's data pad as well to help out. if
We
you-
have
info
a
about the-
pretty good amount of evidence.
Yeah.
You know, we were just over at your workplace, although it was kind of dead over there. Centaria. Been over there recently.
Centaria. I have no need to go to their offices. Why do you ask?
Well, I mean, you're on the books as being the man in charge over there. Why do you have no need to go over there?
At Centaria, I am not the man in charge at Centaria.
Do I have that written down wrong? Or is he lying to me?
You have written down what's the name of the guy you have written down?
Zakam 147.
147. Okay, I gave you the wrong name last time.
Mm.
It's the guy you're talking to right now. Just another android.
Not Zakam.
It is ZAKAM-147. The other guy's name is ZICCAM-41. Zakam 41.
It's the same name.
Wow.
Revolting.
What about your buddy Zakam 41? You seen him recently?
Do not see or interact with Zakam in person. Our communications are purely through our comm units.
Sorry, how did you pronounce his name?
Zakam.
And how do you pronounce your name?
Zakam.
Just making sure.
Has anyone ever seen you in the same room?
I'm uncertain as to what you're insinuating, but he is not me, nor I him.
Sounds like you're pretty sure what we're insinuating.
That's hilarious. Now I'm all thrown for a loop. I thought we were talking to the guy.
Let's
All right,
Listen,
how
if
much
you
money do you
have
think we can
any-
get from the tabloids for this video?
I bet. You know what? The Starfinder economy's fucking a disaster. Probably 5 credits.
You're probably right.
It is a disaster.
But I mean, worth it.
Listen,
You know?
may I get your contact info?
No.
Obviously, I will be receiving updates from Philip, and if he does in fact indicate to me something is wrong on New Elysium, I will review some of your content with you.
I don't understand. Isn't he supposed to update you every day? Like he's been updating you every day, yeah?
He updates me when he feels it is important to update me. Most of the time, it is due to either problems that are occurring at the resort, or high praise from some of our more elite members.
I don't like the way you said that. Let's go to the journalism people. Let's get this. Get this going.
As Lisk put it, bury this guy.
Yeah.
We're leaving. I'm not even giving him my contact info.
No.
Okay. As you guys are about to head out the door, you do see these little like motorbikes roll up.
Oh no!
And
All cops.
two uniformed officers step off of the bikes. They are wearing stewards' uniforms.
I'll go say hey.
Halt!
Are the stewards?
I'll flash my steward's badge.
Are they the
stewards
police
are the
on
peacekeeping
Absalom?
force for all of the Pact Worlds.
Okay.
And they function in multiple different ways. Some of it is peacekeeping as far as like maybe on a planet or on a space station. Some of it is a galactic space or starship force known as Overwatch, and some of it is more peacekeeping missions in like the vast.
Okay.
Halt! You four, come on over here.
Guess this guy's name. Yeah, yes, sir.
My name's Sergeant Martino.
Mac.
This here is Jimmy. We got a call that you all were over here at, where are we at again, Jimmy? Oh, yeah, never mind. We got a call that you was over here at Paradise Resorts causing some troubles. Can you, help us out here? What's going on?
I think the only trouble that was caused was to ourselves when we were at one of these fine establishments, fine in quotation marks.
Did you have a bad experience while you was going to a resort?
That's probably putting it lightly if a bad experience includes hundreds of dead bodies.
Hundreds of dead bodies at a resort.
Check out some of this footage. Show 'em.
Yeah. We were just going through this. Look. See this? Yeah,
This is
that
what we
guy's
just
dead.
experienced.
Jeez,
Yeah, it's-
Jimmy, you see these guys? They're showing snuff films.
What do you want from us? Send a cruiser over there and see for yourselves. It's a disaster over there.
Listen, you ain't the first ones to show me a video and say, hey, look, this is some serious stuff going down, and us go investigate it. Jimmy, you know this. And us go investigate it, and then there's nothing there.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. We'll be on our way. What you want from us? You asked about
Do you have
it.
any?
I don't know.
Do you have any hard evidence other than this supposed
Other
alleged
than
footage?
video evidence? God, I don't know, man.
Yeah, video evidence can be modified.
What,
Anything
what
else
do
you got?
want,
What would be
then?
hard
Here's
evidence?
a dead body I brought. Like, what the fuck do you want
Yeah,
from me?
if you had a dead body, that would make sense. Do you got any dead bodies?
Not on me.
Well, that seems like a personal problem. What do you think, Jimmy? He just
Buddy,
nods his
I
head.
didn't
You know what?
ask you to look into it.
You know what?
Blame
I'm gonna
me.
institute a new policy. We're gonna make a necklace out of the teeth of everyone that we find is dead.
That's a great idea. We could get a jar.
Get a jar.
Listen, maybe what we can do is take you to some of the high uppers at the Stewards organization. You can talk
Yeah.
to some of them because
I
this,
need
is,
to go
this is really above our pay grade.
We need to go talk to Major Vasco, anyways.
Yeah, we were on our way over there, so that's fine.
Yeah, well, here's the deal. You're already causing trouble here, so we're gonna have to escort you to the Bastion. And then we're gonna have to take a statement, because that's just how it works. You can't just be running in buildings,
That's how it works.
scaring people with snuff films and stuff, and then just moving on your way. You understand how that can be perceived as bad? You get that, right?
Nope.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay.
Ticket to ride on the back of the motorcycle.
Lead on, Paul Blart. We're right behind you.
Yeah, no one's gonna be riding on the motorcycles. Just give us a second. We got the paddy wagon coming behind us. We'll load you right up.
Well, we can just walk.
It's kind of a trek from the ring to get to the Bastion.
Yeah, we got
We're in
time.
great shape, my guy.
All right, if you want to walk, I'll have Jimmy lead you there on his bike. I'll be behind you. No funny business.
You got it, boss.
Hey.
Super scared of 2 mall cops. Let's go.
It takes you guys about 30 minutes of walking to get back to the Bastion, but you arrive at the front door. They take you inside. One of the entrances that's I don't know what the label would be above it, but it definitely looks like they're taking in other people that they've arrested off the streets and sort of escorting them into the side building. You walk up to a guy in front. He collects all your names, maybe writes them down in a pad, and then gives you a piece of paper that he's stamped, and you have to go stand in line. And maybe you're in line for like a good, 5-6 minutes before Martino comes back over. He gets a statement from the four of you, and then says, "Hey, so I guess you guys you work for the Stewards or something, because some of the guys upstairs is telling me that they know you."
Yeah, I think if you look in our file, there's like a mark that says like big fucking heroes. Maybe that, I don't know if that's like a standard thing you guys have, but like...
Yeah, no.
Yeah, what do you got to do for someone to take you at your word around here?
Listen, guys, we're just doing our jobs here, okay? I apologize. I don't know why you were causing trouble over at Paradise Resorts, but that's not like a steward's thing to do, cause trouble. We are kind of like the peacekeepers.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. You're right. I don't know why we were causing trouble. It's not like there was, I don't know, a fucking bloodbath at one of their resorts that we showed you and explained to you. That's crazy. Obviously, we were doing graffiti.
People do some crazy stuff in videos these days, They just make up some crazy stuff.
Yeah, we just wanted... we're doing a prank. Look, there's a camera right over there. Ashton Kutcher's gonna come out. He's famous in space, too. It's nutty.
Listen, I get it. I'm sorry. We overstepped. These fine gentlemen behind me here, and you see two guys in like a more formal steward's attire. They'll escort you upstairs. It sounds like there's some folks up there that that maybe you can talk to about this situation. Again, I'm Sergeant Martino. I apologize on Jimmy and I's behalf. We didn't mean to rough you up there.
Yeah, you're good, boy.
All right. Have a good day, guys. And he just walks away, and he points you towards the two guys in more formal attire.
Yeah, we're gonna fucking kill those guys later.
They lead you to a set of elevators that take you way up to the top of, or near the top of, the bastion. You exit on a floor you find to be very familiar. It's where you met last time Major DiPadre Ivasco. Again, they kind of take some quick notes from you on your name and stuff to give you a badge. You're all given a badge.
Finally.
There is...
Temporary badge.
Yeah. Just a badge with your name on it. They lead you over to another individual sitting at a small desk where there is a split in the hallway. Part goes left and part goes right. She looks up from her desk and she just says, I believe you're the four stewards who came from New Elysium. Is that correct?
That's us.
Ah, yes. Word was sent up to me. Who in particular would you like to meet with? I know you have met with Major Ivasco before, but I believe she's getting ready for some sort of interview. I'm not privy to that information, of course.
That's probably fine. We can talk to her anyway. I'm sure she wouldn't mind.
Okay. Let me call down and make sure that's fine. You see her pick up the phone, and she makes a call down just to make sure it's okay that you come down. She's like nodding. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Oh, cool. Yes, of course. Yep. Absolutely. Yes, ma'am. Hangs up the phone. Yes. You're to proceed down this hallway. You'll go through another security check, a few more hallways, and 2 more elevators. It will take you up to the 84th floor. Major Ivasco will be waiting for you, of course. She may already be in her interview, but you can feel free to head that way. Right this way. She points you down the hallway.
Right. Thank you.
We walk briskly.
You pass through this security check that she was talking about. 4 hallways and 2 elevators to get to a set of rooms that say secured interview spaces. You pass by multiple people holding rather large weapons that are stationed by multiple doors. One of these doors is open, and they just kind of, one of these guys with the large guns points his hand to the right and leads you into a room. This room is dark. It has a set of chairs that all face a blank wall. No one else is in this room. You are there by yourself, and the moment you step in, the door shuts behind you.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, we're gonna get murdered in here.
A few seconds
it's gonna be
later,
a see-through wall.
the window that is black instantly becomes clear. Through it
This is
sits Major Dipadra Ivasco at a table, facing a badly burned and freshly augmented Sardat Zolan Ulivestra.
Oh no.
Who is currently being restrained and guarded by 2 stewards. A hollow camera. What?
He can't. I mean, can he see us?
Is there the
He's
little,
gonna be real mad.
like pencil microphone that we can push the button?
There appears to be nothing in front of you.
Oh, man.
And I think maybe, Liz, what you probably do is pull out a few combat knives and you start waving them maybe or something.
Let's go, buddy.
No one that's in the room appears to notice you.
Thank God.
So you get a quick sense that it must be a one-way mirror or just one-way glass. The Sardat is currently restrained by 2 stewards. A hollow camera floats around the room, capturing and recreating a 3D recording of the space, a rather useful technology that the Stewards R&D team came up with as an elegant solution to revisit interviews. Sardat Ulivestra, I am Major Dipadra Ivasco, head of the Stewards Aslanti Encounter Team. We have many questions. You hear her coming through a couple speakers that are mounted on the walls. Many questions, and I trust you'll cooperate for your own benefit. You have already been through debriefing, so we won't force you to revisit the timeline of your arrival at the Bastion. Instead, let's begin with the rune drive research you conducted on the asteroid Aurelos. What were the primary objectives of your research? The Sardat, who's been staring at the table, looks up. You can see he's having some difficulty moving, and he also struggles to speak a little bit. You dare interrogate me? A pure-blooded Aslanti, with your tainted blood? Your insolence, it amuses me. The rune drive was a technological marvel that would have all but ensured the Aslanti Star Empire's dominance in the galaxy, and my place near the seat of the Aeon throne. A primitive understanding would never grasp its true potential. Major Vasco just sits there, just completely unfazed. You can see reactions on her face. I see. Were there any breakthroughs or milestones during your research? Can you elaborate on the rune drive's capabilities? You really think I would share the secrets of our great empire with a mongrel like you? He's like almost doubling over. He spits out a little blood on the table. That I would share what I alone have claim to? The rune drive's capabilities are unparalleled, as even your dull intellect has undoubtedly discerned. Allowing for faster-than-light travel would make the packed world ships seem like snails in comparison. The essence and function of the device belongs to the Star Imperatus. Major Vasco, she gestures to another steward in the room. A hollow display is activated in the corner opposite the table. Images showing different blurry, distant perspectives of a large explosion. We documented the differences in the perceived travel time and the actual travel time of the ship you ended up on, thanks to your armor. So we do understand that the rune drive functions as a faster-than-light engine. What does not make sense, however, is why the device exploded after performing its basic functionality. Can you provide us any information on the destruction of this device? Zolan's expression warps to one of anger. Your pitiful packed worlds are not worthy of possessing such a technology. The insolence alone in your attempts to override the parameters of such a powerful piece of technology led to your inability to control it. In the hands of an Aslanti, however, the device could have achieved much. He's still he's just spitting the whole time. He's angrily yelling back at the Major. Yes, but did any of your superiors know about your research? Were they aware of your activities on Aurelos, I think it's called? What my superiors know and don't know is none of your concern. They have grander visions that will, of course, result in your eventual annihilation, I assume. Major Vasco takes a second. One of the other stewards walks over and maybe whispers into her ear. You can see she kind of not entirely glances back, but she looks a little ways towards where you're standing. You get the sense that maybe she's trying not to give away that she's peering in your direction, but she looks back that direction. Let's move on to a different topic. I'd like to ask you about an event that occurred nearly 60 years ago in the Vast. A Pact Worlds vessel was destroyed near a large nebula in Sector 184-22. She pulls up a hollow map of the region. Are you familiar with this incident? Zolan's expression changes. He maybe looks a little bit confused. How would I know of this supposed event? Major Vasco pulls up a holographic display of a report, reading it aloud. As she does, Zolan's face grows increasingly tense. And I'm gonna I haven't sent you this report yet, so I'm gonna read it to you instead of sending it to you. Actually, I can share it with you at the same time. How about we do that? That'll be better, right?
Sure,
Yeah.
we can read along.
Let's do this. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Captain Hanamash Key of the starship Stewards, reporting on a strange and highly anomalous signal detected in the vast Sector 184-22. During a routine survey of the region, our instruments were fortunate to pick up a brief transmission consisting of complex frequencies that seemed to be looping and continuously shifting in a seemingly random and incongruous manner. The duration of the signal was only a few minutes, and it is fortunate that we were able to detect it at all. Upon further analysis, it became evident that this could be a highly unusual and previously undocumented form of communication. Tracing the source of the signal led us to the edge of a massive nebula known to produce ionizing radiation, which made it difficult to obtain a clear reading on the origin of the transmission itself. However, our analysis suggests that it is an artificial signal likely generated by some sort of advanced technology. Unfortunately, the computers on board the Stewards were unable to fully analyze the signal due to its complexity. We believe it is imperative to dispatch additional ships to search for the signal and gather more data. Given the unusual nature of this transmission and the potential dangers posed by an ionizing radiation, we are proceeding with caution as we continue to attempt to decipher the message and determine its point of origin. We will keep you informed of any further developments in this matter. Signal log attached. And as you guys are listening to this report, you're also watching Zolan, and his face maybe is turning kind of pale. And she's speaking, and his eyes begin kind of like scanning the space in front of him. He then speaks with a shaky voice. Wait, I've heard a story similar to this. What was the name of that ship? Yes, the Eminent Absolution. One of our Atlantis starships. It was destroyed by an unknown vessel while exploring a nebula. Major Ivasco nods. Yes, it seems we have a connection. The Pact Worlds vessel, Gracie Spalo, was also destroyed as well. Can you tell us more about the Eminent Absolution, as you called it? Zolan's face contorts in rage. You dare set a trap to lure our ship in and attack the Atlantis Star Empire without provocation? Your Pact Worlds will burn for what you've done. You mentioned a trap set by the Pact Worlds. Can you elaborate on this? Zolan's eyes, they're firing rapidly back and forth as he scans his memories. The story of the Eminent Absolution, yes, it spoke of a signal. A signal that lured the Eminent Absolution near the nebula. The captain was tracking it when they were attacked. It was you. You and the Pact Worlds and their pathetic peacekeeping force. You lured us to the nebula. We did no such thing. Of that I can assure... Major Avasco can't even finish her sentence as the table is nearly flipped over by the enraged Zolan, spiraling out of control, screaming and thrashing against his restraints. 2 guards nearby struggle to restrain him, and more guards rush into the room and quickly overpower Zolan, sedating him and slowly lowering him back into his chair before picking him up by all 3 limbs and carrying his limp body out of the interview room as the interview comes to an abrupt end.
Oh.
Major Avasco collects herself, stands up, grabs the data pad that was sitting on the table, motions to the individual standing in the corner who's running the holo projector to turn it off, and then leaves. Moments later, the door to the room you're standing in opens. She enters this room, steps in, sees the 4 of you. My apologies. I did not know you would be arriving today. I also did not know that this interview would be occurring on the same day that you would be here, or that it would spiral out of control so fast.
Yeah, I mean, we probably could have guessed that. I forgot how lovable that guy was. He's a real laugh a minute, right? Love that guy.
Yes, quite the charmer indeed. Anyways, we have much to discuss. Should we go back to my office?
Yeah, it sounds good. Seems you're able to get one of those reports unredacted, huh?
As a matter of fact, yes, we have been able to redact all 3 reports. We can provide the other 2 to you if you'd like to read them on the way.
Would love it.
Yeah, that would be amazing. I love reading.
Okay, I will show you guys the second one. You can read it yourselves. Well, somebody can read it out loud, I guess, is what I meant. Let me show it to you. There you go. You should be seeing that. Let me know if you're not.
We got it.
This one's not interesting. The only thing unredacted is the starship name.
Oh,
is that right?
The last one, unredacted parts were around communication, ionizing radiation, and a nebula, and the fact that they were trying to decipher a message, and it was some sort of communication thing.
look at that. We do have them. Okay, yeah, you're right. This one is literally just... Sorry, I just found them in our notes
Yeah.
folder. And we also have the name of the science officer, maybe?
Oh, the third one has a big redacted section, though.
Yeah, pretty much the other 2 are the exciting ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me give you guys this report.
Just buckle up.
Gracious Spallo.
Okay, if one of you wants to read that out loud because it's not currently on screen because OBS is broken on my end.
Classic.
As the science officer assigned to the analysis of the debris recovered from the starship responsible for the attack on the Pack World vessel Gracious Spallo, I am required to present the following findings. Through our analysis of the recovered debris, we have determined that it is likely of Aslanti Star Empire origin. This conclusion was drawn based on a number of factors, including the presence of metals within the hull fragments that are known to be mineable in the Aslanti Star Empire, the presence of distinctive green patterns on the fragments that match previously recorded imagery of Aslanti spacecraft, and the presence of residual radiation that is inconsistent with known Pact World's power core design. Additionally, our team has observed that the equipment and technology present in the attacking vessel does not seem to be particularly advanced. This is somewhat surprising given the level of devastation that was inflicted upon the Gracious Spallo. It is worth noting, however, that even relatively low-tech weaponry such as a railgun would have been sufficient to cause the observed damage to the science vessel. In summary, it is our current hypothesis that the recovered debris is of Aslanti Star Empire origin. Further analysis will be required to confirm this and to determine the specific origin of the ship.
I don't like that this report is negging our railgun.
Yeah,
Listen,
right.
our
what I thought
railgun
too.
is great. I don't want to
good.
hear it. It's a good gun, guys.
So this
Okay.
is redacting anything that has to do with Aslanti.
Makes sense.
All right.
This was 3 originally.
And the ship we found on the first planet was old, right?
It was very old. That was the Royal Venture.
Yeah, that was older than These were like 60 years ago? Am I making this up?
Yeah, you think that the ship you found on Nikondis was hundreds of years
Okay.
old.
That's what I
The
thought.
This 60-year-old report is saying that it's like ancient weaponry was used.
Yeah,
potentially
like a
yes,
railgun.
like a
Yeah.
railgun, very
What kind
ancient.
of fucking idiot uses a railgun? Embarrassing, frankly.
Major Vasco leads you up to her office. You all step in. She motions to a set of chairs in front of her desk. She sits down behind her desk, and she just says, apologies, I believe we have much to catch up on. Please, tell me, what is going on at New Elysium?
So you haven't heard anything, huh?
Nothing, no.
Not good, boss. It's very bad.
In what way?
Which of my messages didn't go through? Was it just the last one about
I
the
think it was all of them.
Quarantine.
quarantine? Or was it literally all everything? Well, no, I heard back.
Yeah, she shows you the messages that you sent to her, and all of them contain everything that you had sent or you believe to have sent originally, with the exception of none of them contain information about the quarantine, about New Elysium, or about anything that's happening on New Elysium. So, like all the questions you would have asked about, for instance, Eclipse Innovations and Penumbra or Keys to Elysium, all of that appears to have arrived from your message, but none of the questions you asked her about New Elysium exist, or the information that you sent to her.
So it's like the messages were going through, but they were getting edited? Is that what you're saying?
That's the sense you get.
Interesting.
Cool.
So
Again, what is going on New Elysium? Is there an emergency or something? The stewards
Oh, yeah.
downstairs
It's like,
indicated that something was wrong and that you were found at Paradise Resort's facility here.
there seems to be a bit of an emergency. I'm pretty sure everybody there's dead at this point. We kind
Yeah,
of barely
so-
Excuse
escaped.
me?
Yeah, here, let me pull up this data pad. And I'll just show her.
Show
and
some
before
of the
you
choice
ask, it's not fake. Everyone has said this is fake. We're not that smart, lady. It's real.
You show her the same video that you showed the B cops earlier, Paul Blart and his friend. And she says, I understand how others may have interpreted this as potentially being modified footage, but as I know you and I am aware that you are stewards and you are loyal to our organization, I can trust that this is real footage. And it is very disturbing. Are you telling me that this is happening all throughout the resort on New Elysium?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably over. But, I mean, it was bad. We barely got out. And look at us. We're fucking badasses.
Pretty strong.
I see that it appears that some of the guests are the ones who are doing the attacking. Is something happening? What caused this?
We think there was some kind of signal that was making everybody go a little
A
crazy.
little discordant. If you
Yeah.
will.
The same signal that we are talking here with the Sardats, or
I actually
Did
don't
it have
remember
a
if it was it
Yeah.
similar?
Quick point of order. There was the thing that, like, brainwashed us and we, like, went and we, like, got it or turned it off. What happened with that?
you
This
found
was
that
like
little
a while
device
ago.
resting in the hand. You remember it? It had a little light on it.
Yeah.
You turned it off, and you realized that it was just like a repeater. Essentially, it was
Yeah, it was
ghosting
coming
the
from the
signal's
server
location.
room.
You
Yeah.
found it in the server room, and you turned it off in the server room.
Did we take
I love
it
that
or
we
did we
tried to
just
get
leave it
into
there?
the server room like 3 times before they.
That's why the door was so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes
Yeah.
sense that it was, like, impossible.
I mean, you did make it in once. And
Oh,
you were-
yeah. No, I'm very sneaky.
you were close.
Um,
Is
you
this the
mean
same
the-
signal as the one you had asked me to look into from the redacted reports?
I actually don't remember. Was it the same? It had some
How are we
similarities.
supposed to
Okay,
know
so let me
if it's
remind
the
you
same signal from
exactly.
60 years ago?
Let me remind you exactly what happened.
Well, we
Luna
had also asked
played
her
her
about
guitar and
That's right.
recorded a section of her guitar that matched
Exactly.
the sound that you guys received when you very first heard this signal when you were outside of Nakandis.
I see.
Mm-hmm. And it,
That's the one she's researching with Zolan, or she's interrogating Zolan for, because now, as you guys have probably pieced together, at least a little bit, the reports indicate that the ship that is involved in this information about this signal that has some sort of, discordant properties to it, could be called a discordant signal,
if you will.
if you will, is somehow related to the Islanti, because they believe that the Islanti is the one that destroyed the Gracious Spallo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you remember this, but the name of the ship at the very, very beginning of this entire thing, the story I read, the ship that was destroyed in that story is the Gracious Spallo.
Oh.
But it seems
And
the
that's-
Islani also think
That was
that
like a year ago, man.
I know it was a long time ago. That's why I'm reminding you of it.
Right,
Islani also think that we destroy, or the Pact Worlds destroyed their ship because they
Yes.
also had a ship there.
Correct.
Right.
If you
That's
remember
They
why-
both got destroyed.
if you remember the end of the story, the captain of the Gracious Spallo drove his starship into the side of another ship and blew up his reactor and detonated both ships.
fucking
So
legends.
They're kind of right for calling us out,
Mm-hmm.
killing their ship.
Mm-hmm.
A tiny little bit. They're right in some part.
Okay.
The story, and if you guys need to, I can pull details from it if you really want to know. But if you remember what happened, a railgun in this story, a railgun shot at the Gracious Spallo
Railgun.
and hit multiple times. So they evacuated the ship, and then the captain drove it into the side like a spear into the side of the other ship and destroyed them both.
Mm-hmm.
The Kirk maneuver.
The Kirk maneuver, yes. The
Okay.
So is it the same signal as the one we are investigating with the Islanti Star Empire? Is this different?
I still don't know.
I still don't know the answer to that.
So you can respond.
Is the one in the black box the same as the one from
Uh,
before? I don't know.
You can give me a computers and engineering check.
Bam. Terrible.
Wow.
Gosh. So bad.
Yeah, we don't really know. We have no idea.
Lisk, I think you with that roll, you would probably just guess that they're different because one is just purely like an audible signal, and the other one is just a digital
Sure.
thing. So your best guess is that they're unassociated.
Yeah, it seems different. We're not super sure, but we don't think it's the same.
It is a signal, though.
Yes, and it is weird.
I'm not a
So
signal
that's 2 data
scientist,
points.
so I'm not
This is-
sure.
Quite strange that there would be multiple signals involved.
Yeah. I don't. Who's writing this? Am I right?
There's a lot of signals. If you think about it, there's probably like millions of signals
Of course, there are millions of signals.
transmitting
Wait,
on
so,
this station alone.
So
Let's
smart,
go
Kyle.
back and return to New Elysium. So you believe that the
No, let's
signal
not.
is somehow affecting the guests who are there, and they are attacking all of the security guards. And
Well, we think it was when it was happening.
it
well,
was.
Well,
Is
to
the
be
signal
fair,
no longer happening?
We
I've still
turned
been
off the
feeling
signal.
a little weird.
Well, we turned off the signal, and they still tried to kill us on the way out.
Yep.
Like, it wasn't like we turned it off and everyone was like, "Oh, let's go to the barbecue." It was like, "Hey, I'm gonna put my foot in your mouth."
How, though, then are you
That could have been
unaffected by this
permanently
signal?
altered. We
Well-
have strong will.
Yeah, we're very powerful. You know us.
Lisk has
We're
an iron
basically
will, you could say.
gods. Yeah, I just got it. You know,
Just
level 9,
developed an iron
baby.
will.
It's a good level.
So I guess what you are saying is that you are able to resist the signal, and it does not affect you like it affects the guests, or
No, 0 effects to us.
She looks over to you when you say that. 0 effects, I see. Those are some strange eyes that I do not remember you having before you came here.
Oh,
that's like
nothing.
the signals. They're totally unrelated.
Yes.
They coincided, but they're independent.
I'm going to immediately ask our leadership to send some Overwatch ships there to depart some stewards. Regardless of whether or not it is safe, they will be sent to New Elysium. Is there a chance that they would be infected by this signal as well?
Oh, we turned it off.
So it's no longer functioning.
Did we destroy it or did we just turn it off?
We just turned it off.
I think we just turned it
Yeah,
off.
I mean,
We're not very sure, but
yeah, we really don't know. We barely made it out of there. Honestly,
we think we turned it off.
We did. We did
Beware,
our
they do have
best.
a couple ships in orbit.
They
Trying to
might be
keep
fine.
anybody from leaving.
Yes.
They
hold
might
on.
fire on you.
She looks through her datapad. It does appear that they have 2 Ringwork Sentinels listed here. That won't be a problem.
Does she look really flustered at the idea that she might have to do space combat?
No, because she's not leaving her desk.
Okay.
She doesn't have to do it.
Cut to the
I'm going to-
report, and the guys are like, "Oh man!"
I'm going to immediately send over a request that Overwatch is sent there. We will send a couple, maybe a squadron to take care. I'm all of a sudden becoming French for some reason. I don't know why. A Major de Padre y Vasco. I gotta keep saying her name to remember the accent I was using. We will send, yes, probably a squadron there to take care of it. Were there any survivors when you left?
We actually
Yeah,
we
few.
did. We brought one. Lady McStowaway.
You brought
That's her name.
Was she
Charis-
affected by
Charis.
this signal?
Doc. She
You
seemed
know-
all right.
She seemed fine, and our doctor checked it out. You know, Kip gave her a little scan. She seemed fine.
I think I legitimately meant to last time and completely, it's been a month and a
man,
half.
it was several days. Whatever. She didn't kill us. She seemed
Didn't kill
fine.
us.
She
We
seemed
brought her
okay.
here.
Okay. Yes.
Someone
yes,
maybe
okay.
should check on her. I don't know, look, listen. It's been a while since we've done the whole hero thing. It's
Yes.
very stressful.
Well, you were on a vacation for a while.
It did seem like
You think
maybe
so?
there was some people on the station that weren't as affected as others.
Yeah, there were some people. It seemed a really mixed bag.
We
Most
tried to
people really
save
bad.
some, but they got killed by other affected passengers.
Oh,
Yeah, a
this
lot
is
of people
awful.
got killed off screen.
I
Real
will
rough.
have them send medical services ship as well in case they need to take care of any survivors. Do you have any leads or information on where this signal originated? What caused it?
Well, they served water at the restaurant one night. It could have been it. It was really bad. It bothered me a lot.
You know,
felt
I
like
actually
it was maybe
gosh.
trying to
we're
affect
working
my
on
will.
we're working on a second theory, kind of alongside the water theory. We found some information related to. Are you familiar with PP? Does that ring any bells?
PP. No, that does not ring any bells.
Interesting. Here,
It's
let
the
me pull it up.
penumbra protocol.
Number protocol.
The
Yeah, I've got
Penumbra
pictures
Protocol.
on my data
No,
pad.
I'm not
What about
familiar with the Penumbra
Eclipse
Protocol.
Innovations or K-On Reese? Any of those ring a bell?
I believe, of course, I answered your question about Eclipse Innovations. They are a technology firm based off of Verces. I think I had also mentioned to you that K.on. Reese is head of some sort of app development. Do you believe that they are somehow involved in this?
Well, the app what sort of distributed the signal to all of the...
An app distributed a signal to you. The app's name was...
And it was rather
Penumbra
controlling.
Protocol?
No, it was
Janet.
called Janet.
The app was called Janet.
I believe its official name was Keys to Elysium.
Keys to Elysium.
We all
just
called her
it
Janet.
though.
And everyone had who had this app on their datapad was affected by its signal that it was reproducing?
Yes, and I might add that everyone was forced to have this app.
Ah, I see. So that's why you believe that there may have been some ulterior motives or something from the makers of the app.
Like it was sort of a test run.
Yeah, that is very much what it seemed like.
Yeah, signal was emanating from the server room, so that seems intentional.
Yeah.
Understood. But you said the signal is now turned off at New Elysium?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are.
I think so.
Was when we left.
We did our best.
Would you be up for maybe looking into the makers of this app?
Well,
See if there's any sort of connection?
probably where we were heading next.
I
We
would
tried to go
love to
down
have
to,
words with Janet.
Whatever that place is called.
Synteria.
Synteria. Yep.
Synteria?
Yeah, it seemed empty. So,
Is this a business here on Absalom Station?
yep.
It looks
In the
like a shell
Freemarkets.
company almost.
She looks through her datapad. It appears like they have just like a ton of information that's maybe not publicly available on the infosphere. Just collected information over the years. Synteria, yes, it looks like they are some sort of resorts building organization or something. There's not a lot of information on them. Was there anyone in their offices? It looks like they have an office down in the Freemarkets.
Empty. Abandoned.
Empty office.
As if nobody
will-
had been there in a long time.
Interesting. I will send some additional stewards members over to do some more investigating. See if we can find some additional information.
I'll tell you what, they won't find any pressure plates.
That is good to know. That can be quite deadly and dangerous. Well, in the meantime, would it be possible for you to... I know you are recovering from this traumatic event on New Elysium. Would it be possible for you to maybe go meet with the manufacturers of this app and see if it's been tampered with before delivery to New Elysium? Or somehow otherwise changed or modified to cause this signal to affect the guests? I know that's a lot to ask.
No, I for one would like some, what was the word I used earlier? Remuneration.
Honestly, I just want to meet Janet. That's all I want.
Yes?
Is this considered a job? Like we're getting paid?
Yes. We would of course pay you for the work. Yes.
No more vacation payments. That's off the table now.
Please take it from the stewards. We clearly did not know that New Elysium would have this sort of event occur. It was not our intention to send you somewhere where you would be encountering danger as you have. Seems it is following you across the galaxy, though.
Yeah. You okay there, Cole?
It's funny. I thought this was a funny joke.
You know, I wanted to ask, how'd you guys get those tickets? Just got...
We do have some rather famous, not famous, important leaders of the stewards that are often invited to interact with or join in other major events with some important people, if you will. They were unavailable for this trip, and so they offered some of the extra tickets for us to give to deserving members of the stewards that might want to attend.
Who was it that passed up the tickets specifically?
Just 4 members of the Leadership Council, of which there are 20, so it's
Is it
not
Cam 41?
not a name I recognize, but I can get the actual names if you would like.
That'd be
Bill
helpful.
Kolsner?
Yes, I will look into that and see if I can get the names for you.
Can we maybe get an advance on this job so we can, scrounge up some equipment before we go, just in case?
Yes, we could probably do something like that. I will need to meet with the finance department to find out what this job is, what we are intending on paying. If you can give me some time, I can probably transfer the money to you, the credits to you, during your travel towards wherever this manufacturer is.
Well, we might just hang out for a couple days and actually relax after our terrible vacation.
It'd be kind of more useful to have the money where we can spend it.
Of course.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes, well, I will, after we are done here, I will go talk with the finance department. We will find out what we can pay for this trip.
Thanks.
Also, clearly, we will take care of New Elysium as well. I do appreciate any effort anything you ran into while you were there, I deeply apologize for, and I do appreciate your efforts to end the signal and stop this malady from continuing or affecting other people. That's a great service you provided to the stewards. Thank you again.
Yeah, that's kind of what we do now. Main job, deliver packages. Secondary job, kind of like save the galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
You know how it is. It's like those movies, Saviors of the Area, the space town.
Yeah.
You know the one.
Yeah. Yep.
If you get what is considered quote-unquote hard evidence of the disaster, could you rub that in Zycom 214 or whatever's face and then tell them to apologize to us?
Yes. Can you give me that name again so that I can make sure that I talk to the right one?
The Com 147.
Zacom 147. Okay. Yes, of course.
Maybe we should get our own name. Should be like the Protectors of the Pact Worlds.
I was thinking maybe Saviors of the Solar System's pretty good.
Yes, good.
I thought of that one a little too slow for the last joke, but...
would there be any questions that you may have from the interview that, of course, went off the rails with the Sadat?
Yeah, he can't, walk around and stuff, right?
No,
we don't have
not.
to... Okay,
No,
cool.
he is restrained when he is not in the middle of an interview.
You would call us if he
of course
got missed. Okay, good.
Yes.
Good. I feel like maybe Act 3, maybe the next book, he's gonna come back.
I don't know specifically what you're mentioning, but
it'll make sense later once we hit the next book, I think.
It would not be cool if we were just off on a different adventure and then at some point we walked into a room and then he was standing there menacingly.
See, yeah, that's exactly what he would say.
Yes, of course, so we will take care of that.
Really ruin our day.
Yes. As you noticed, because you probably read, the reports, we ended up finding the individual who redacted these reports. We unredacted them for you. It appears that the Sadat's interpretation of the signal near the nebula is a bit different than ours.
Yeah, it sounds like, and I guess this is Jake's heart. It's the impression I got. I just want to make sure I followed this right. Is that basically neither side sounds like they know what the hell the signal is, right? He was that was you, and we're no, it was you, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's interesting.
Yeah, and actually, she can show you almost a copy of what was said during the script of what was said during that interview.
Mm-hmm.
And Zolan said, the story of the eminent absolution spoke of a signal that lured that ship near the nebula. The captain was tracking it when they were attacked. It was you, the Pact Worlds, and their pathetic peacekeeping force. You lured us to the nebula.
Okay. And then... So I'm looking at our notes. I see 3 redactor reports, but I think we only got 2? Did I miss one?
I just read the first one to you.
Oh, yeah. Duh. Okay. That makes sense.
I can share them with you if you'd like.
Actually, if you could just put it in the shared folder, that'd be perfect.
Yep.
Yeah, no rush on
dump them in there.
Yeah.
Boop. Oh, they should be in there now.
Mm-mm. We don't have permissions for them, at least.
Probably.
Nope.
There we go.
First one at least. Oh, there you go.
Okay, cool.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
So she just asked one more time if there's anything else you'd like to know or questions you may have about the interview with the Sardat.
Is he usually just like so willing to just talk about everything? Because it seemed like he wasn't really resistant to just telling you everything.
Honestly, it is exhausting. Anytime he is not sedated, he's talking.
Okay.
Yeah, we got the same impression. We were trying to have like a cool laser fight with him, and he's being a real prima donna about it.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I don't think I have any. My main question is, call us when he gets out.
Yeah.
Inevitably.
Of course.
Or if you hear that signal again.
I mean, yeah, that'd be cool too. Like if you figure out what it is.
Of course. We do have a signals analysis team who has been looking for this signal in other documentation or reports from across the galaxy. Of course, we are constantly monitoring as well. So if we do hear it, we will let you know immediately.
That's great. Would it be helpful? Maybe we could like talk to these guys so that way if we find a signal, we can just kind of like patch it on to them. Does that make sense? Is that something you can do in this setting? I don't know.
Talk to who, guys? What?
The signal analysis boys. You know,
Of course,
we've got
yes.
an expert. We got Ko, and he knows all about signals. But maybe for like a second opinion.
Of course, yes. I can give you the direct link to the signals analysis team. You can communicate with them anytime you would like. I will
would
send
be
that contact information over with you as well when we figure out payment.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Of course. Is there anything else that we can assist with before you depart? Do you need a place to stay for the night, or will you be staying in the starship, or?
I never want to leave my starship ever again. I'm just gonna stay there forever and ever. It's a nice ship.
This is a nice ship, yes. Okay, well, I need to go meet with leadership, and so we can get the rest of this medical ships moving, headed towards New Elysium, so we can deal with the situation at hand. I do appreciate your reporting. I wish you luck in your search for the app manufacturer. Please inform us if there's any connection with this signal and the actual app itself, or if you find that it was tampered with for delivery or something. Any information would be helpful. We will also have several other teams looking into this when they get to the resort as well.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Of course. And she actually leaves her office, and you guys get escorted out down the elevators, back down the hallways to the bottom of the bastion, where you're led outside. Now you're currently standing outside of the headquarters.
There's like no way they're gonna find anything at New Elysium. I bet it's either wiped clean or completely obliterated.
Yeah, probably.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Well, okay.
What do you guys think? What would you like to do?
Well, I feel like there's not a ton to do until we get that money. That may be money.
That may be money.
Yeah, I mean, right.
Right, there's a museum around here somewhere.
You know what we should do? Can we try to track down that lady, Susie McStowaway?
Prendalk.
Yeah, sure. I would just love for the doctor to like officially in character say, we looked at her and she does not have diseases or crazy town.
How would you even go about tracking her down? You'd have to do something that would allow you to figure out where she is. So you can either check the infosphere, see if
Spread
she's
out.
maybe like used any sort of social
Spread
media
out.
apps.
We'll look for
Or-
clues.
Yeah, you can just spread out in this population of 1.5 million individuals on Absalom Station and find her in the bunch.
There's 4 of us. We'll
Uh-huh.
split up.
There definitely are.
We each take a $250,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Yeah. 100%. You'll get there. Yeah, I mean, just let me know how you'd like to track her. Like, if that's
Here,
something you want to do.
I'll try to do it using computers. Because that's something I'm good at.
You guys are rats. You can
I'm
probably
okay.
smell good, right? Sniff her out.
Wow.
Mhm, that's a great point.
We do not have the scent feature. Thank you very much.
You're searching around maybe on the infosphere to see if maybe she's posted anything. You do know that from the information you've received prior is that she's very active on some social media apps.
Mhm.
One of which, if you remember, is one where she records footage of whatever she's doing, and then you can go reenact that footage in VR.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
And-
Yeah.
So you do find a recent post from her where she actually a couple different posts, but the most recent one is she is at a what appears to be some sort of like mass transit terminal, and she walks up and she buys passage to Akiton, and the next thing she does is she boards mass transit headed towards Akiton.
Cool.
Interesting. Well, she'll be the one that got away, I suppose. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say you guys have been like, well, investigating things and running around town for a while. So she
I
kind of
mean,
found
that's
her way
fair.
around and
Yeah. That makes
went to the next
sense.
place she needed to go to, which is Akiton.
Akiton, apparently.
She works for she's the daughter of some guy who owns a corporation, right? Or something like that.
She
Is
is
that
the
true?
daughter. You guys learned this previously. She is the daughter of a. Let me actually make sure that I get this exactly correct. She is the daughter of. Where's that sheet? Hold, callers, hold. Yeah, she is the estranged daughter. You would have learned this because she clearly appears to be at odds with her father, Chiron Prendalk, who's the CEO of Exogeny headquarters. Headquartered in Exogeny. Headquartered in Akiton.
Okay.
She's popular on Instancio, which is the social media app that focuses on capturing moments and letting anyone with a holovid replay it in any way they wish.
I don't like that she's going to Akiton, but I can't stop her. So I guess it's fine. That makes me nervous, but it's fine.
That's where his dad's headquarters are. I mean,
But estranged. I don't know. Don't like it. Don't love it. We should have done anything else. That's fine. It's okay.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
One good thing, she's not gonna go berserk here and kill people here.
Mm-hmm.
Because that
She's
is
also-
something that crossed my mind after she just disappeared.
she doesn't seem that dangerous.
Well, if you asked me who at this resort seems dangerous, I would have said basically no one. We're like
be fair.
legends, and these are rent-a-cops.
Most of them weren't dangerous, just the Buzzblades and the
Yeah.
actual security force.
Yeah, the infinitely respawning guests were scary. And there's no guarantee that she cannot infinitely respawn.
Yeah.
True.
One other thing I was curious about, I feel like we already looked into this though. The blogger guy who died, whose name I am blanking on right now. Talk.
Yeah,
Talk?
Talk.
Mhm.
Are you talking about this streamer, Talk Nagiz?
Yes.
Yes.
Did he post anything? Like, I'm assuming he got like
yeah,
censored just like Luna did, but
You're spot on. So if you were to go check out his account, what you find
love to.
is a lot of footage of the first few days of New
there
Elysium.
it is.
And then
Okay.
you see a lot of video content that's listed as unpublished or maybe removed due to
Sure.
insert number of things, blood and gore, inaccurate representation, things like that.
Sure. Copyright strikes.
Yep.
Okay. Pretty much what I expected, but I mean, it's probably going to be the same, but Ko's girlfriend's travel blog.
Stessa.
Stessa.
Man, I cannot remember what I named her travel blog. Shoot. It was a good one too. Same thing. You go read there.
Okay.
Basically what you see is, well, first of all, you would know that this is not like a super popular travel blog. She's not like a major blogger. You see content from the early days, again, of New Elysium, but her content continues. It just gets more erratic and strange. But most of what she's doing is writing about her experience.
Right.
And at some points in this, she begins writing about things like seeing wings and the stardust that envelops us all, and her brother, and just like very strange, like seemingly disconnected concepts and ideas that just like she's just like spewing thought after thought after thought that are just completely unconnected from one another.
Sure. Okay. I think we got that impression when we, like, right before she died, or maybe it was right after we like read some of her stuff. We were like, oh, that's really bad.
She kind of went nuts.
She did kind of go nuts.
Yeah. Well, that sucks. Okay. All right. I mean, not surprising, but worth double checking.
Okay. Anything else you guys would like to do?
I guess if we're gonna get money, is there anything anyone wants, like equipment-wise?
For what it's worth, you do know that, and you would have learned this from the infosphere, Kuvakara is a huge city on Verces, and it has a population similar to, if not exceeding that, of Absalom Station. So anything you would find here, you'll find there.
Oh, okay.
If you're
cool.
if you're like waiting around because you're like, I don't know if I'm gonna get anything good when I get where I'm going, it's also a major city.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, we probably could get going.
Yeah, we
Man.
probably get going.
I wanted to get like a cool weapon, but what? It's so expensive to buy
Yeah,
something.
they're
It's nutty.
Major
Hey, at
Vasco
least
did
you
send
find
you a
weapons.
That's true.
Major Vasco did send you a message that you guys have a night you can use at the Moons of Sleep, which is not far from the Bastion. So if you guys wanted to crash there, you are very welcome to do so.
The Moons of Sleep, huh?
Yep.
I ain't leaving this ship. No fucking way. Fool me
Yeah, I'm
once,
okay
shame
with
on
staying
you.
on the ship.
There's a railgun on this ship. I trust that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though
It
it's
may be a primitive
low-tech
weapon. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. So are you guys just heading to the ship then? Are you doing anything else while you're here?
Are we just a ship?
Okay.
Oh,
Go
What
to the
is
ship.
it to buy spell gems?
Well,
I would like to go punch that android who gave us a hard time. I don't like them.
What was your question, Abe?
How hard is it to buy spell gems? Can I just buy whatever I want?
Yeah, I don't think it's complicated. It just depends on the level that you want to buy.
What about a level 3 spell gem?
Impossible. That's a
see.
bridge too far.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
it.
even know how spell levels work. Is third level high?
Third
It
level
is.
is very high. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that... Man, we really should have... We should have had a spellcaster in this group, huh?
I know.
Wouldn't that have been cool?
I'm fairly certain you can buy them anywhere. We can... I can look that up just to make sure for next session.
Okay.
So if you wanted to buy one, we can do that. Unless you need it right now, and then I'll go figure that out.
No, I can get it offline. It's
Okay.
fine.
Okay. All right, so you guys head to your ship. It's right where you left it. Maybe you walk by one of the dock guys. He tosses you the key. You grab it. You hop on the Verces Indefatigable or whatever you're calling it now.
yeah.
The beef
and
fatty.
The arm, the docking arm that has hold of the ship, it just brings the ship right outside of Absalom Station, and you depart. Are you headed straight for Verces? Yes or no? I'm going to assume yes.
Yes.
Know where else you're going?
Yeah.
Are you traveling there normally, or are you going to use the drift?
How long is it normal?
drift?
Normal travel is. Hold on, let me look.
It's going to be like
well,
a certain amount of time.
It's
10 years.
like it's either 1 day up to double the amount of time it would take you to get there in using conventional thrusters versus the drift. So, for instance, if the drift were 2 days, it could either take you, or if the drift were 5 days in the drift, it can take you either 6 up to 10 days using conventional thrusters.
Okay. So, what's like our worst? Let's say our worst case then.
Yeah. So worst case in this specific case, it would take you 12 days.
That's fine, I think.
In the drift, it would take you. I mean, anywhere from 1 to 6. It kind of depends on how well the die rolls.
But the drift is still fucky, right? Like,
yeah.
There are still things going on with the drift you don't know.
I don't think we're in a real hurry. I mean, maybe we've tipped our hand by talking to that guy. But if we've tipped our hand, I think any amount of time longer than like this afternoon is going to be too late, right?
Yeah.
Like, the difference between 6 days and 2 weeks is like, well, if they were going to destroy all the evidence and flee, they already did it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that takes like 3 days. That takes an afternoon, really.
Yeah,
So,
I think
yeah.
we would probably just do normal.
Yeah, I guess really it is a question for our ace pilot. How fast can you get us there, boss?
Normal thrusters?
Yeah, normal thrusters.
Oh, I rolled better than I expected. It's going to take you 8 days.
Nice.
It's great.
I spin because that's a neat trick.
Fantastic.
You guys depart in your ship using conventional thrusters headed towards Verces. It is your first night on the ship. You guys fall asleep. I am going to need some rolls from you.
Oh, it's gonna get bad, huh?
Some
Iron
Hawaiian
Will,
rolls,
baby.
specifically.
So glad I decided Iron Will instead of Great Fortitude. I was torn.
Yeah. So that's will saves from everybody and a fortitude save from Quick.
I didn't do it blind.
Oh, Jay.
Thank you. So I forgot
Is
that's this one.
Is this a mind-affecting effect that isn't an illusion or fear effect?
It is not.
Okay.
Okay. Is that everybody? No. Still waiting on 2 rolls. I need a one from Lisk. I don't have one from Lisk.
Okay. I wasn't sure if my first one counted. Why didn't it do it? Oh, I did private, not blind. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm struggling so hard.
We did this like an hour ago.
I know.
It's like, it looks right.
I did such a good
Question
job
marks.
the first time. Blind.
Okay. No way. You actually just rolled the exact same thing for what it's worth. I'll just tell you that. Even though you saw it in private. That's wild. Okay, and okay. All right. You guys go to sleep. You all sleep incredibly soundly.
Heck
You
yeah.
fall asleep very fast, and you fall asleep hard. You sleep for an absurdly long amount of time. Like, it just seems like days are passing. You can't wake up. You've drifted off into this deep slumber. You can't, even though
This is
maybe like,
less good than I thought it was going to be.
even though you feel like you feel like this like is like such a healthy sleep for you, but you're just out of it. It's like the deepest sleep maybe that some of you have ever had in your lives, and you don't know why. You don't know what may have caused that. Maybe it's you found yourself in a comfortable space. Maybe it's you're affected by something. Maybe it's any number of things. But somehow you've faded into this deep sleep, and you keep having dream after dream after dream about various strange things. Some of your dreams are about the walls at New Elysium and the blood just sort of oozing down the walls slowly, and you just sitting in a chair watching it slowly move down the wall. Other dreams are about maybe some of the experiences you had while you were at New Elysium, the giant eye in your mouth twick, or the plate that Ko ate. Just tons of recollections of your time on New Elysium. Then your dreams become surreal, and you start to dream about your time after New Elysium, going and meeting with the various resort building organizations and trying to figure things out. You begin to dream about the Bastion and where you were with Major Ivasco. And at some point you all realize, and maybe you're kind of each having dreams that kind of seem similar, but you start to realize that this dream about the Bastion is different than what you remember. Like, it specifically seems off to you. You watch the same interview with the Sardat, you have the same conversation with Major De Padre Vasco, but afterwards you decide not to head immediately to Verces. You stop, you realize you're exhausted, you need to rest, and you go to the Moons of Sleep, where you rent a room. You go to the room. Each of you have your own rooms. You pay 5 credits each for this room because, Starfinder's economy is amazing. And you rent this room for the night, and you decide to go to sleep. This sleep feels like an even deeper layer of sleep, like something else. It feels like something is taking over you and putting you in an unnatural state. And you all wake up at the same time and you've been in such a deep sleep that it's really hard to focus on anything. You're kind of blinded by even the light, this it's like a harsh light that's in the space that you're in. You're blinded by it. All of you are kind of squinting. And as this unfamiliar room shifts into focus, its function is not apparent. It is different than where you were. It is not the Moons of Sleep. It is not the Indefatigable. You're in some other space. You see harsh fluorescent lights reflecting off a row of metal tables that slowly come into a focus that are in front of you. The rest of the room around you is shrouded in this unnatural darkness. The tables are gleaming. They look like recently polished. Glass jars are sitting on some of these tables. They contain what appear to be sterile swabs and syringes, tightly packed and sealed. An open box of surgical tools lays near the jars, the tools neatly placed one piece next to the other. The scrubbed floor and pristine surfaces suggest that this is some sort of medical bay or clinic. But you weren't just in a medical bay or clinic. You were on your ship, or you were in the Moons of Sleep, or you were somewhere. You weren't here, but you're in this space. You don't know what it is. And as you're looking around, maybe you see this strange metal apparatus mounted to the ceiling. Its thick wires dangle from the device like lifeless appendages, just kind of dangling there, and they end in these circular electrodes. You smell this medicinal scent that's permeating this unnaturally cold air. And the next thing you all notice is you hear the click of heels. Click, 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 click. They're getting louder and louder on this cold metal tile, and a vaguely humanoid figure dressed in a white lab coat approaches you. Her face is wreathed in shadow, but her eyes seem to glow from within. Students, today you will duplicate a procedure of my own invention on a test subject. You all pause for a second. You don't recognize this lady. You don't recognize her voice. You don't even know what she's talking about. What procedure? And as you look around, Twick and Luna, you are currently strapped to tables. Your arms and legs are strapped. You have a band across your forehead, 2 across your chest. Your arms are spread out. Ko and Lisk, you are currently standing next to these tables. And as you're standing there, maybe you're looking around and a scalpel materializes in your hand. This is Ko and Lisk standing next to these tables. This doctor who's standing there says, I am going to teach you this new trick, this new procedure. What I need you to do is to make incisions from the sternum to the groin on either of the test subjects. Please proceed. Ko and Lisk, you're standing right next to Twick and Luna, who are currently strapped to these tables.
Are they conscious?
They are conscious, laying there.
Say anything? They're just like...
I think that would kill me, actually.
I will need you to proceed.
What's she doing with that
with the
scalpel there?
incision.
Where the hell are we? Who are you?
I will not ask again. An incision should be made from the sternum to the groin. You may choose the test subject you wish to practice the procedure on.
Alright, yeah, I got an idea. I'm gonna come at her with the scalpel.
The moment
Is
you
she
take
here?
a
Okay.
step towards her, you see she has this thing in her hand. She presses a button on it.
Like that.
You take 9 points of electricity damage, and as you try to take a step towards her, you're stopped. Because you look at your arm and these electrodes that are dangling from the ceiling, they're attached to you.
Oh.
And they send this static charge down through that electrocutes you as you're approaching her, but you cannot move farther than about 5 feet away from either Twick or Luna. I will not ask again. The procedure needs perfected. Please, choose a test subject. Make an incision, sternum to groin.
Lady, it's gonna take more than that to get me
I
done.
don't...
What are they strapped in with?
They're strapped in with some sort of metal strap.
Metal! I
Clamps
should
over the
have
top.
done that.
I see we're deciding not to be cooperative today.
Yeah, you really don't
So
know us
be
very
it.
well, huh? Oh, that might do it, actually, though.
You both take 24 points of electricity damage as the electrodes hanging from the ceiling engage at a higher level and just shock you. Now, I am trying to help you. Please, proceed with the procedure.
Who are you?
It does not matter who I am.
How is this helping?
Proceed with the procedure. It
Can
is
I,
important that we get this correct.
Is Ko in the same room as me?
Yes, you're like feet
Yeah.
from each other.
This is great. I'll try to cut his whatever's attached to him. I'm gonna get it. Just gonna get it.
Um,
I'm getting it.
okay. The moment you touch it with your scalpel, you take 17 points of electricity damage as it is discharged from the electrode into your scalpel and into your hand. Please. I don't want to harm you.
Well, that makes one of us, lady.
The procedure must be perfected. I am trying to teach you. I have so very much to teach you. Please, proceed with the incision. It should be sternum to groin.
Oh, you're like smart.
Uh,
Actually, Twick, hey, Twick, you're a
Yep.
doctor.
Yeah, yep. Like I said, that'll kill us.
Well, yeah, no, I got that. I'm taking like suggestions. I did all my stuff, and it all
Please.
was pretty bad.
Take the scalpel in your right hand. Press it into the flesh. Move it vertically from the sternum to the groin. The procedure needs perfected.
Oh, you could just try to like mime it, maybe.
Yeah, just like fake it.
Sleight of hand.
This is a really good plan, guys.
Just above the flesh. And
hold it wrong side, like palm it. Palm the blade part.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm doing it.
All right, so you're gonna run the back end of it along whose chest, Twick or Luna's? Or are you both doing this simultaneously?
I'm doing it to Twick.
Yeah,
because he was the one that whispered fake
Poe
it.
is doing it to Twick. Bluff check.
This is what he does best.
This is like the one skill he's good at.
Yeah, right?
That and piloting.
There you go.
It's pretty good.
36, not terrible.
She believes that you are slicing into the flesh of Twick. And an important note, Twick, as you start to like feign being cut open, you realize you actually want Ko to put the scalpel into your flesh. Please proceed with the procedure. Only one of you appears to be operating currently.
You said just one, though.
I have so much to teach you.
Yeah, well, I was never much for school. I'm gonna try the wires again with the scalpel. I'm gonna keep doing that. I'm going for it again.
Okay. You hit the electrodes with your scalpel. You take 12 points of electricity damage as it discharges energy down through the scalpel into your body. I do not want to correct you, but I feel as if we do not continue and proceed with the procedure, it will be necessary to do so. Please, take the scalpel, insert it into the flesh, move vertically from sternum to groin. It is important. The recipients know what they are receiving. They welcome it.
Are the tables they're on wheels?
They're not. They're bolted to the ground.
Dang.
Ko, you like strong? Like, strip that thing off.
I see we're not being receptive. Time for some corrective measures. Ko and Lisk, you will take 24 points of electricity damage.
Ouch.
As the electrodes that are connected to you shock you.
I say, hey, lady, I did the incision. Why are you shocking me?
Ah, yes, I've looked closer, and it appears there is no incision.
Well,
Please.
you got me there.
Proceed with the procedure.
Shit, didn't expect that one.
Oh, if you can do it for real, Ko, just do it real slow, please.
Oh.
Please, proceed with the procedure.
How are the electrodes attached? See dog barking.
Yeah, that's something. Who knows? The electrodes are attached to various components or parts of your body all over.
Ooh, okay. All right. This is my moment. This is my moment.
Please.
I'm gonna take the scalpel in my left hand because she specifically said right hand. I don't respect her authority, and I'm going to dig these electrodes out of me. This might kill me. This is probably gonna kill me, but I'm gonna do it. I'm going for it.
Okay. You jam the scalpel under the first electrode you can find. It cuts into your skin, and when it does, you feel immense pleasure from the scalpel slicing your skin open. And you begin to press it deeper than just where the electrode is at, farther into the muscle. You take 8 points of slashing damage, and you begin to bleed profusely from this electrode spot. But you realize now that there are multiple electrodes on your body.
I could do this all day.
Please,
Could you?
if you must,
I've
we
got
can, of
36
course.
hit points in a dream.
Please, proceed with the procedure. It is important that we perfect it. I am merely trying to help.
I just want to rip the electrodes out of my body.
Okay. You're gonna attempt to pull them out?
Yeah.
Lisk, what are you doing?
I want to sense motive on Lisk.
Oh.
Could I tell that he liked that?
You can tell that he enjoyed stabbing himself with the scalpel.
Hey, let's get. I mean, might not be bad, huh? Like,
I mean, look,
I'll just do a little bit and just see how it goes.
just a little. You want me? Okay. I mean, hey,
Just
if
a tip?
that's yeah, we'll start with just the tip. Okay.
While they're talking, Ko, you had grabbed the electrodes with your hand and attempt to pull them, and they don't pull out from the ceiling. You take 18 points of electricity damage. Lisk, what are you doing?
I'll tell you what's the safe word?
Mine goes.
Mine goes. All right, you got it. And I guess I'll do my best. We'll go slow, and I'll listen for the safe word.
Okay. You reach up, you insert the scalpel right below the sternum. Luna, this is not pleasurable for you. This is immense, intense pain.
Mango.
No. Oh God.
You take 10 points of slashing damage, and you begin to bleed.
Ah,
Please,
jeez.
continue the incision. That was receptive. It is important that we continue the work.
Should you have like some morphine or something? Or
Look,
Morphine is unnecessary.
you're right. I got this. I'm just gonna take it. I'm gonna try it on me.
Okay.
oh no.
Start at the
again-
sternum, work our way down.
You
Oh,
work on
trying to
another
kill
electrode,
himself.
and as you do it, you
No.
again
Sorry, I'm not digging out another electrode. I'm going to do the procedure on myself.
on yourself.
Yes,
The
because
moment
it was
you
fun
put
when
the
I did
scalpel into your chest, again, you are enticed by this feeling. You want to
Love it.
maintain
Oh,
it and to
man.
continue it, and you just like jam it into your chest, and then
Love it.
you've like past the point at which it has the blade. You're now just on this like rounded part of the scalpel, and you begin pushing it down, just pushing it down. You take
That was a lot.
22 points of slashing damage,
We're still
and
up,
you
boys.
begin to bleed profusely all over the floor. You are delightfully receptive, though this is a most unusual choice of test subject. The rest of you will need to proceed with the procedure as well. Continue.
Honestly, it's not
Lisk.
that bad, Go. This is. I'm having a great time over here.
It
So what are you doing?
seems unlikely. Well, Twig told me to put it in him a little bit, so
Hey, you gotta pick a safe word first.
the procedure seemed to go okay over there. I guess do we need a safe word like them? Should it also be mango?
We can't use the same word.
That is confusing. You always gotta
But if we
practice
shout
safe
their
surgery.
safe word,
What
they
about
stop,
mangoes 2?
Oh. I don't like that either. Pineapples.
Pineapples, okay.
You insert the scalpel and begin cutting. Of course, Twick finds this to not be painful. And
Why'd it hurt me?
you just begin like a very slow incision, very different from Lisk. Twick is going to take 11 points of slashing damage, and you begin to bleed slightly. Lisk, you find so much so much pleasure in doing this that you actually take the scalpel again and begin to push even further down as it's almost scraping against bone in your chest at this point. And you will take...
That's it for me.
ouchie.
We're done.
37 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, I don't know how dying works, but I'm well below 0 now.
The moment you collapse to the floor, all of you jolt awake from the deepest dream you have ever been in your life.
Where are we?
You're on your ship.
We're on the ship. Great. That was real. Love that. Love to hear it.
You're on your ship. You're in your individual cabins. And as you look down, Lisk, you're probably the first one who does this because, you were pretty cut open. You look down,
makes sense.
You have no scalpel in hand, you're not bleeding, you have no incision on your chest.
That is so great. Do I get hit points back and stuff?
You are physically unharmed.
Thank God. Okay. Cool. Cool.
Shared hallucination this time.
Actually, has that happened before?
Make me. Man, what would be the right check for that?
Mysticism.
Did you say
It's gonna
stealth?
have to be a mysticism check. I mean, that's the only thing I can think it'd be.
Stealth?
If you want, you can make me a mysticism check.
Okay.
Man, I did think for a little bit there. Maybe I'd rebuild as
How's that? Does that
2
work?
natural ones.
Wow.
Still beat you by
Wow.
1, baby. Let's
Gosh.
go.
How about Twick?
Nah.
No. With the 19, Luna, you get the sense that this is not the first time this has happened. Like, you can't quite place being in an environment where you felt like you were experiencing something that might not have been real with your 4 crewmates, but the way that sensation felt,
Was
it
it the
felt
fan?
familiar.
Might have been the fan.
Felt very familiar to you.
Oh, when you went into the fan.
When I went into the fan and everybody's trying to get me out of the fan, but then I was okay.
That was just you being weird.
Yeah, that was just you being weird.
Don't eat the plate, and everybody was like, don't eat the plate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. There was that other time where you were obsessed with the slide. Or
Mhm.
the elevator, rather.
That was just normal, Co.
That was just him.
Are
It
you
seems
sure?
the same to us,
Yeah,
honestly.
I don't...
You can't quite place it, but you definitely feel like this sensation you have felt before. But all of you wake up, you realize you never left your ship. You are physically unharmed. You have no idea where that was, who that was, why you were being subjected to that. You do remember, at least Twick and Lisk remember the pleasure they felt from the scalpel. It feels real to them. And
Soki just built different. I don't know.
Lisk, I actually think you begin to think about whether or not your combat knives could achieve the same effect.
I mean, absolutely.
It's
Yeah, we're
definitely in the back
saving
of
them
your
for
mind.
something.
However, the mechanical thing that happens as a part of this is you all have the option to gain a free manifestation without it counting towards anything.
Oh.
When you... What do you mean?
This
Lay
thing
it on
that
me,
is
baby.
this thing that is corrupting you.
Uh-huh.
Normally, by receiving a manifestation, you are embracing it, and it's taking you to darker and darker places. This does not count towards that.
But it... Okay. It
So it
wouldn't
doesn't
count.
count towards like how much resolve it takes to not
I
fall
understand.
under the influence.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
Does it come with a stain?
Yes, it's the whole thing.
Gimme.
Let's do it, baby.
It's up to you guys if you want to take it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I think that's everyone. That's unanimous, baby. Let's go. Let's get
Buckle
weird.
up. Okay.
Let's get weirder.
Weirder. I mean, you may have noticed Luna's slamming tissue.
Hold on one second. I need to read something real quick.
Been a
Plus,
little aggressive lately.
If we die, we can have a spellcaster. So it's kind of a win-win, you know? Either this is a more interesting campaign, or we fuck up really bad and all die. And we come back as like a real party.
I'm gonna get some spell gems. We'll do something fun.
Is it how do you use spell gems? Can you just like do it?
I have a envoy feature thing, spell gems, spell gem understanding, so I can cast any mystic or basically any spell as if I were a spellcaster of appropriate level, and I use my charisma as my spellcasting, so it's pretty good.
That's great.
Really cool, yeah.
It's just expensive.
Sure.
Importantly, you guys are all going to choose to get a new manifestation. When this happens, you feel like you've embraced whatever this is, whatever was causing this shared experience, and it is, it's causing things that you would imagine to be discomforting to you to feel like they're more comforting than not. And things that are not painful, or that are normally painful, would feel more pleasurable to you. Twick, probably of the most, of the highest level of importance, can you tell me what your alignment is?
Neutral good?
You become true neutral.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Join the crew.
I don't believe anyone else is good, correct?
Correct.
Alright.
You got three
Only
true.
good one in the party.
Yeah, you have 3 true neutrals now and a lawful neutral.
Honestly, that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, who's lawful in this group?
And lawful
Co.
neutral.
Co is
That would
lawful.
be Ko.
Okay.
Let's see, it's the rock star, the degenerate, or the doctor.
Okay. So you are now true neutral. This is clearly affecting all of you. I will send you all your shadow manifestations, but we're gonna leave it right there for now.
Man, really scared I was about to become neutral evil.
I was really scared you were about to be dead.
Yeah, that was also.
Jake, I'm on my way. Don't worry.
Oh my god. Definitely crossed my mind where I was like, this probably isn't gonna kill my character, but like, it could.
They're good.
Oh my lord.
This is wild.
Yeah, definitely turned off the signal. They don't have to worry about anything else there.
No, good.
Everything's
Nothing to worry
taken
about.
care of.
We're totally fine.
Yeah,
Didn't
we're
affect us whatsoever.
Just built
Worry about it all.
different. Iron Will. That's what the feat is called. Iron Will.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it right there. We're gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna send you guys your shadow corruptions, and I think is everybody good for next week? By the way.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll leave it right there, and we'll be back next week to find out what's going on Verces. Cool. All right. See you next time.